Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cincinnati Reds have taken the first two games of their series with the New York Mets after winning 7-2 yesterday. They'll go for the sweep in Queens tonight with first pitch just after 7 over on the Fan 2. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Guardians dropped their second straight to the Washington Nationals 6-3. They'll try to avoid a sweep this afternoon at 1:10. In the NBA playoffs, the Thunder won Game 5 at home versus the Spurs 127-114 to take a 3-2 series lead in the Western Conference Finals. Game 6 in San Antonio will take place tomorrow night. And on the ice, the Vegas Golden Knights swept the Colorado Avalanche to advance to the Stanley Cup Final for the third time in 9 seasons. This update is sponsored by Germain Toyota. For unbeatable service and sales, visit Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road or online at germaintoyota.net. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Breakfast time!
Hello, welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis. Can I take your order?
Just want a little breakfast.
Hey, you want some crabs? Because I got some of them.
Get ready to drive through the intersection of football, food, and fun. Featuring producer Dylan.
We're the 5 best rappers of all time.
Special guests.
You serious?
And you. Wake up.
For what?
It's time for T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Happy Wednesday to you. What's up? I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Good morning. Go to hell. Tyvis, how are you?
I am doing well. 6 days out.
6 days out from Baby Tsunami watch.
The countdown is
We're getting
on.
close.
It's alive and well.
We are on Ask Tyvis Wednesday. Ask Tyvis anything. Coming up at 7:30. You can tweet the show at Bone and Tyvis 971 or hit us up on YouTube. Go to the YouTube chat. 971 The Fan, just on YouTube. Click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll be right in there. So we'd love to hear your questions for the future father of 3. Currently father of 2. Soon to be father of 3.
The one that's going to ruin the...
you're going zone now. Man-to-man is over for you.
I'm going to ruin the girl dad movement for us.
Oh, well, that's okay. That's all right. I mean, we've had a nice run as being an all-girl dad show. You still are a girl dad. It's not like your girls aren't going to be your kids anymore.
Technically, I mean, they could have got it wrong.
You never know.
You might get to the delivery room and it could be a girl.
Hey, you never know. That's exactly right.
That happens a lot.
Does it now?
I feel like it does.
In the age of everyone getting the gender reveals at we're shooting missiles into the air to explode and say if you're having a boy or a girl, I feel like some of that's overdone. But I feel like do any of those come back later where they're like, oh, the doctors got it wrong?
Are you saying that if your wife got pregnant, you wouldn't do a gender reveal?
My wife has been pregnant 3 times.
No,
gender reveals have been a thing. We've never done
it.
She got we got pregnant 6 years ago. Gender reveals were a thing then, and we didn't do it. We didn't go there.
You just went to the doctor and found out.
Yeah, like we got the information and we said, okay, cool, we're having a girl.
Would you ever not find out and wait to delivery?
People that do that are insane.
I know people do it. I know people do it.
Why is that insane?
Because just go find out what you're having so people can buy you stuff.
Well, you get gender neutral stuff.
Nah.
But here's the other thing, too.
You're making it hard on yourself.
Now, I don't want the doctors to have to, dance around any information when it's time to, look at everything. I get it. If you don't want to know and you like the surprise, that's fine. But for me, I don't want the doctors to be sitting there going whoa, look at this on the, they're looking at it and being like, there's a little Peppy, there we go, little baby Pee-Pee right there. And then they're like, that's a boy, but they can't say it because the parents are like, under no circumstances do you tell us what to say. It's like, I can't. Also, there's this other stuff going on. I just want them to give me all the info. Tell me what you're seeing. If you see boy, if you see girl, if you see other stuff going on, just give me the full picture. Don't sugarcoat it for me. Let me know what's going on. But to each their own. If you don't want to know, I get it. But
my wife,
I do.
My wife could never hold off that long. I could go the whole time.
She can't keep a secret.
No, I'm saying she has to know.
Oh.
She has to know. Like me, I'm like I could wait because the thing is I can always have a good feeling of what it is.
What does that even mean?
I kind of be knowing what I'm gonna
You
have.
don't know. How do you know? What do you mean you know?
Well, with this
Baby Tsunami, go ahead.
This is classified information that I really shouldn't be saying.
Oh well,
but I'm gonna
say it.
I'm gonna say it.
Do say it.
I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm just taking a sip of coffee before whatever's about to happen.
You
'cause I
ready,
don't know. I
Dylan?
need my caffeine. Go ahead.
This is what happened. So one day I was sitting.
Come on, Tyvis.
This is good. So what had
Let me
happened
lock
was
you in. Let me lock you in. This is serious because this is really what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So one day I'm sitting there and I'm talking to Richard Kevin Sherman on the phone.
yeah.
And he was like, you know what, man, you should try to get a boy. And I was like,
Try to get a boy.
I was like, sure. I'm like, I think I'm a girl dad. Like, and that's fine. He was like, no, see, the problem is you got to do the technique. You're not doing the right stuff.
Okay.
So he gave me, this is literally.
I don't know that I need the technique. Just for what it's worth.
I'm not going to tell you the technique, but he literally gave me a rundown. He said, this is what you got to do. You got to do X, Y, and Z.
Uh-huh.
So I said, all right, whatever. So I did X, Y, and Z. And sure enough, I got a boy. So I told, this is why I said, I told him, I said, listen,
second.
because you did this, I need you to be my son's godfather for this reason, because had not been for you, he would never be here. So I give him his credit. He knew what he was talking about.
I don't know that he did.
That's what happened.
How does that information not come out from a doctor? Been like, hey, FYI, if you want to have, this gender of child, here's what you can do. Because people are spending money now to have
Yeah.
you can get that. There's like a science to it where you can go and get not gender manipulate. What am I trying to say?
You can go pull your eggs and pick the gender.
And pick the gender. Yeah,
you
right.
Or you could just listen to Sher.
I don't think that's accurate.
Sure,
I don't think that's true.
Listen, it worked. And you know what's crazy? He said somebody told him and he did it and it worked. And then he told me and it worked. And I said, it might be true.
Publish a book. Why doesn't he write a book about it and then put it out there and make himself money?
He's 2 for 2 right now.
So go ahead. Go put it out there. Like, everybody has these homespun remedies and things. But then when it's like, okay, go put that out in the scientific community and get it tested. No, I don't want to do that. Okay.
I would like to know the technique off air at the very least. I mean,
are you trying again, Dylan?
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't think so. Having a boy sounds nice though, and if it's a guarantee,
it's not a guarantee.
It's 2 for 2, man.
We're not. We cannot legally say it's a guarantee. T-Bone and Tyvis does not endorse this message. This is the opinions used by the host do not necessarily represent the views of the staff, management, or sponsors of WBNS FM.
But Tyvis does believe in this.
I don't.
T-Bone and Tyvis might not.
The show may not, but Tyvis barely does believe in it.
You know what I need? I need somebody else to test this theory out to see if it works. Because if it worked for three times, like, come on now, T-Bone, come on now.
3 times.
If it worked
three times in the history of billions of people is nothing.
That's then you know what's going to happen? That person's going to take that information and he going to pass it along.
It's
and
irrelevant.
it's going to happen.
I have one question about the technique.
Don't sweat the technique.
Is there any woman out there that might consider it disrespectful, whatever you did?
Oh, God.
To cause this?
Oh, God.
Well.
No. I don't know what we're talking about, but I just want to we're going to go ahead and say that's a fail.
So I'm going with.
I would tell you this, Dylan. To your question, I plead the fifth.
All right. Can we focus on what's important here? Okay.
What's more important than the birth of his child?
No, that's important, but the technique of how the baby got here, the scientific exploration of how to have babies is not necessarily, I don't think, the best. I don't know. I don't think that's accurate. I'm just going to say I think some of that stuff is fake because I think it just so happened that that's how that went for you. It's just the randomness of life is what I'm going to say.
It's just as real as the moon landing, T-Bone.
Oh, God. Now, Dylan. No. So I saw this from AJ Hawks Tua, who messaged us on the program and said, I'm going to direct quote him, "This is some horse piss." Now, he's not talking about what you're talking about, but he said, this is what he's mad about. Vegas was dead in the water when the Jackets made a coaching change, which is true. And then they just sweep the Avs in the Western Conference Finals and coast into the Stanley Cup Finals. Absolute poppycock. First of all, poppycock needs to make more of a return to the airwaves. But
Needs to be in our vernacular.
John Tortorella just swept out the Colorado Avalanche in 4 games.
Yeah.
With the Vegas Knights. They changed their management right at the top of, like, what was it? 3 weeks before the playoffs? Maybe a little bit earlier than that?
Yeah.
It wasn't that long.
They're making large-scale changes.
Changed their head coach.
It worked for the Jackets for
got the timing wrong.
Good month. Yeah, that's about it.
Imagine if you'd done this. The problem was they wouldn't have been in the playoffs if they'd waited until like March, late March to do it. They would have obviously not made it.
Not if you asked the Christmas movie hating Dean Evanson. He said he could have done the same stuff.
That's right. Well, it would have been nice if he'd have done that.
Did he say that?
He did say that.
Yeah.
He came out and said that?
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that's right. Yeah.
But I'm glad AJ Hawks Tua brought this up because I am equally pissed off about the Golden Knights.
I hate the Golden Knights so much. I hate that they're doing with Tortorella. I hate this franchise. I want them. I just don't want that
And
franchise to exist. I've never root for teams to move. I hope somebody buys the Vegas Knights and moves them to, I don't know, Des Moines. The Des Moines Knights. Just go the opposite way of everybody else. We're moving from small towns to Vegas. Do it the other way.
The one thing that all I asked the Jackets to do was one thing, and the Knights did it.
What'd they get?
Bitch border,
Yeah,
baby.
that's right.
Boom. They back at the cup. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, listen to me. Hockey expert
Tyvis Powell. And apparently baby expert Tyvis Powell. If you would like to have a male baby.
If you want to have a boy,
Send him a DM.
I'll tell you what Sherms.
I need to know.
I remember when Common Man said he had a chocolate chip cookie recipe that was a fire recipe, and he got like 5,000 emails about it. I would presume if you have the recipe for picking the gender of child, then
I couldn't capitalize off. I couldn't monetize off of it because it was Sherm's idea. He couldn't monetize.
Sherm can start this off
because somebody told him, so therefore he couldn't monetize off.
Well,
of it.
yeah, you can. Somebody, all this stuff is not new. Cookbooks. You think the cookbook? Everybody comes up with their own recipe. They're taking recipes that existed, they're tweaking them a little bit. They make a cookbook. That's what you're doing essentially. All right, the Cavs have figured out what the plan is moving forward. Details next. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your wet and rainy Wednesday. I gotta be honest, the roads are looking pretty messy out there with all the rain we have seen from overnight. We are noticing all lanes completely blocked right now after a big crash 70 eastbound. This is over in our southeast Columbus area, just passing Allen Creek Drive. For that workaround, get up 70 eastbound completely, take Livingston Avenue instead eastbound to James Road. Once you head there, head southbound. Eventually goes back towards that 70 eastbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Bring your landscape back to life with an unbeatable deal from Ohio Mulch. 5 bags of premium mulch for just $10. You choose from absolute black, brown, or red to make your flowers pop and your curb appeal shine. Whether you're refreshing flower beds or finishing up that weekend project, Ohio Mulch, they have everything you need to make it look like a pro did it.
Ohio Mulch, landscape supply, cleaner, greener, better.
Hey there, Bo Bishop here. Tired of the same old routine? It's time to escape with an RV from RCD RV. Motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, they've got them all. Shop hundreds of RVs in stock today. 3 locations in Central Ohio to serve you or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
Sun, splashes, and nonstop fun await at Zoombezi Bay.
Get your season pass for unlimited thrills,
including our all-new conservation tower. Buy now at ZoombeziBay.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've ever had somebody do work at your house, it's annoying as crap, at least to me, when someone shows up to your house that you never met, you've never worked with, and you didn't hire to do the job. Subcontractors, I understand why they exist, but for me, I want to work with a company that's going to bring people who know what they're doing, who are trained by the company to put their product in. On time, on budget, no surprises at the end. That's what Baths R Us does every single time. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. And the big difference with them, they have local crews. They never sub out the work. The people who show up to your door, they're trained by Baths R Us. They're actually employees of the company, not some random crew they hired last week. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space that you're proud of, they build it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call them today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. Kind of a rare thing these days. Call them today, 380-225-BATH. That's 380-225-BATH. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Our double hung is as good as it gets. There's something really simple. It's called an interlock. We interlock our windows. The interlock is the absolute best way to alleviate air infiltration. With the interlock, it's harder to break into. When you interlock the sashes, it makes a better window. It's just a darn good window, and we're very proud of it.
Call Rizzotti today at 777-4806.
Hey, it's Common Man. Everybody's talking about affordability these days, but the good news is you'll find hundreds of vehicles that fit your budget at GoGermain.com. Drive home in a new sedan starting at just $139 a month. New SUVs from only $189 a month, or a truck for as low as $329. Plus, choose from over 1,700 new and pre-owned vehicles, all priced under $30K, and it's only at GoGermain.com. And with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Go see my friends today. GoGermain.com.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app, available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app, free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
Feeling stressed or overwhelmed? Not sure how to get the mental health help you need? We've got your back. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442. We'll help you figure out what mental health benefits may be in your health plan. No more confusion, just the support you deserve. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442.
Have you ever met a man who wins money betting on tennis? Enter Scotty Vegas. Join Scotty and Dave Biddle for On the Money.
Presented by Ohio for Responsible Gambling.
Sunday mornings at 9 on The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms this morning, some with heavy downpours, so stay weather aware and travel safe across the roads. As we get into the day today, we will see on and off showers and storms, otherwise cloudy skies and highs in the upper 70s. For tonight, skies turn partly cloudy overnight with lows down into the upper 50s. More sunshine in the forecast on Thursday. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Matty Ice is currently bathing himself in creamy jalapeno dip. And I've officially run out of ways to tease this show. Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays at noon.
The Fan. Both of these men love the Browns. Also, both of these men hate the Browns. If you know, you know. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
The technique has been revealed.
We just got the rundown on the technique from old Dr. Tyvis here, and yeah, it's not safe for the air. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. What you just told me.
It worked.
No, it
worked.
I just want to say.
Listen, you remember? I'm going
to say this very carefully. There is a clock involved. Be careful. I said clock involved in this whole process.
Way to put that L in there.
I will. You know, it's just hold that L. Yeah,
the other one is
right.
definitely involved.
Sure. Got it. Thank you. Appreciate that. We're good. All right. So yeah, we got the description of the technique.
Do you remember the episode of SpongeBob when they was trying to blow when Squidward was trying to blow?
Hang on. What SpongeBob are you watching? Because
the episode of SpongeBob where Squidward was trying to blow bubbles.
Yes.
And he had to do the technique. And he spent all this money and he couldn't get it because of the technique.
Who is Bubbles?
No, Bubble, literally blowing bubbles. Not Michael Jackson's monkey. That's Bubbles. No,
never mind. Okay, so go ahead. What was the?
So SpongeBob.
I'm listening.
So on SpongeBob, Squidward was trying to blow a bubble.
That's not My question still stands, but that's fine. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
You're out of line.
Well, you're out of line. You're out of line. You started this whole thing.
Something so innocent and making it
we were talking about something not innocent, and you're like, you ever see SpongeBob blow bubbles? Like, what are we doing here?
Said, first of all,
what are we doing?
It was Squidward.
Oh, my bad. Squidward. Okay, go ahead.
Anyways.
Yeah.
He couldn't produce the bubble.
Oh.
He couldn't produce.
Yeah. Okay.
So he SpongeBob said he had to do the technique.
Oh,
the
right.
technique. So after he did the technique, he was able to successfully make a bubble.
Oh, we'll see.
Same thing with this. Same thing with making a boy. You got to know the technique.
Sure.
In both cases, the technique included a pelvic thrust, if I remember correctly.
Is that right?
And you got to step on your right foot.
Yes.
Don't forget it.
All right.
And then you got to bring it around town.
Listen, if you're some kind of religious leader, could you just swing by the studio on your way in? I feel like we need to be cleaned up today. I don't know what's going on with this
You're
show.
no longer going to be my father's favorite person on this show, Tyvis. He doesn't appreciate your smut.
Yeah, we should have just been using this all morning. This is just like, and then you do this.
How dare I? It's people out there that want to have a boy, and I'm trying to pass the knowledge that I gave to them.
Yes, how dare you? I agree. So the Cavs have already figured out what the plan is moving forward. Apparently, according to a bunch of different sources yesterday, we got all kinds of news on this. Apparently, they're bringing back Kenny Atkinson, going to run it back with him. So that's the guy who believes that analytics allowed them to win 2 of the 3 games prior to Game 4.
He
they lost all 3 of them.
Is going to show up to Madison Square Garden tonight because he thinks the series is tied at 2.
Yeah, I don't really know what he's.
Oh, see, man.
I don't know what he's going to do because, I did see that they were still there yesterday. Like the NBA crew from ESPN, they were all outside of Cleveland's arena because the
arena formerly known as the Gund Arena.
Yeah, the Gund Arena, which is also never mind. Just going to leave it alone. Going to leave it alone. Leave it alone.
You know, yesterday on Twitter, I asked myself. I did a mature thing. I asked the question, as most Cavs fans need to ask. I said, "Are we overreacting, or is the Cavs as bad as we saw the last few games?" Because you got to take some time to decompose. You got to
decompress.
Decompress. Yes,
and decompose.
That too.
Decompose this roster.
Blowing bubbles.
No,
go ahead.
You got to decompress this situation because everybody's in the moment. Everybody's upset. It makes me think like, are we really that bad? Or was it just like the Knicks was just really good right now? Because the Knicks they've lost 2 games and they haven't lost a playoff game in over a month. So, like, are they on because it was like the Pacers last year. The Pacers was on an all-time heater when we got to it. And on top of that, I think the Cavs got injured last year when they played the Pacers. So, is it just the luck of the draw? Or are we really that bad?
Can I give you my thoughts on it?
Yeah.
I would look at it as if I were a Cavs fan and this Cavs team had been hovering around an 8 seed the last few years, being in a play-in tournament, that kind of thing, and then they had this run to the conference finals, I would be like, whoa, this was really cool. If we make the right tweaks to the roster, I think this could be a perennial conference contender, maybe even an NBA Finals type of team. That would be awesome. Problem is, this has been one of the best regular season teams over the last 3 years, at least, right, in the NBA? Cavs have?
Last year, they definitely were number 1. The year before,
I'm saying they were like top 3
I would
on
say
either side of the conference.
Usually they top 3.
Okay. The last few years. So since Donovan Mitchell came over and all that stuff, they've been really good. So the fact that it's taken you 3 of those really good years to get to the conference finals, and then when there, you didn't lose every game by a point. You didn't take it to 7, and you just lost on a couple of great plays by Jalen Brunson or something like that. You didn't have an injury that caused this. You had everybody healthy. They had everybody healthy. Same team that has been a problem for you in the past, swept you out, and in Game 4, you look like you didn't even care.
Their closest loss was 10 points. Game 2.
They didn't have a single-digit loss in any of these 4 games they got swept out of. So I'm just saying that's where I believe Cavs. It's context matters.
If
it was just get to the conference finals,
does it blow the roster up for you?
I don't think. Do you believe? I'll turn the question back on you, Tyvis. Do you believe the core of this roster, the guys that they wouldn't trade,
James, Donovan, Evan, and Jared?
Yep. Do you think those 4 guys and then assemble pieces around them as needed can win a title in the next 3 years?
So this is where I think they messed up.
The answer, the answer is no.
The answer is no.
Of course.
But this is why it's no. The reason why it's no to me personally is because you got Kenny Atkinson who installed a system We watch his system take this Cavs team, who was a middle-of-the-road offense, to historically one of the best offensive ratings we've ever seen last year.
Yep.
When he ran his system. That system has fallen to the wayside because you added James Harden. James Harden is not a system guy. James Harden is going to play pick and roll, ISO basketball. That's all he knows. That's what he's good at.
Yep.
I ain't doing this motion stuff and setting screens and running around. I'm not doing that. If I don't have the ball, I'm going to stand in that corner, and that's it. So you have jeopardized your system by going to get James Harden, and I think that's a problem.
But you know why I think part of the reason why they did that? To unlock Evan Mobley. So he could play pick and roll with James Harden. That's what they were trying to do. They were trying to make Evan Mobley be who they think Evan Mobley is.
Why?
The problem is that he's not, and they just won't accept
Why
it.
does this franchise?
And you know what?
Why is
It ain't time to do it now. It's too late. It's too late.
I understand your frustration with look, they could have had 3 bites out of the apple with Giannis.
Nope.
Now if they do it now, they just essentially wasted one postseason where they could have had him. I understand your frustration with that. But you're the one who told me the other day that I need to change my expectations based off of new data given. They need to now accept this data point that is this postseason and accept that a core of Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley isn't winning you a championship.
Tyvis is just mad that they didn't make this trade when they should have, and now he wants them to. And now he wants them to lay in the bed that they've made. And I totally understand the pettiness, and I'm there with
because now if you do that, you're trading a younger Evan Mobley who has 4 years of team control versus Giannis only has 2. If you don't win if you trade for Giannis in the offseason, you don't win the championship. You know what's going to happen? You're going to turn into the Cavs post-LeBron era.
Well,
that's what's going to end up happening because you're going to trade all your first-round picks, get Giannis, not win a championship, and then in 2 years he's going to leave.
Well, you know Timothy Legler?
Yes.
He said without hesitation that he'd move Mobley before Mitchell. Said he was disappointed how invisible Evan was in the series and would absolutely trade him for Giannis. And so this is the part that makes me laugh.
See, I'm just so cynical that I don't understand who wants Evan Mobley at this point. Who's going?
I don't get. I know somebody.
There's a clear ceiling with this dude.
Somebody that's about to get $280 million. Who I would be hesitant to give $280 million. Right. But that's a hot.
I'm talking about people you can trade with, not guys who are currently on the team. I'm just saying, I don't know who in the NBA is going to say, oh yeah, again, the Bucks, if they want to move this deal, and it's we'll take Evan Mobley now after you've seen the clear ceiling, unless they just are we don't care about that. We just care about amassing players and whatever. You
can't trade them because it's
But I think out of all the realistic places that Giannis can go, who has a better piece in the minds of NBA front offices than Evan Mobley? I don't think anybody does.
I don't know where the destinations is. What's the
Miami?
I still don't understand that one.
New York, but why they got
him and Bam together? I just don't understand.
I would imagine Bam would be a part of that trade.
Yeah, I don't think
he would be.
I don't know. But look,
it's going to be him and Tyler Hero.
We got plenty of offseason to figure out the trade situation. The reality is this Cavs team is probably going to be stuck with James Harden for at least another couple years, and Kenny Atkins is coming back.
He's getting re-signed, and they're going to lower his deal to try to get them under the second apron, which then opens up the possibility of a LeBron James reunion.
This all just not that part, but the rest of this just sucks. It just is a terrible discussion to have because this was a team that you thought was going to do more than what they did, or at least show up in the conference finals, and they did absolutely nothing. So no, I think this is a disappointing season for the Cavs, 100%. James Laurinaitis got himself another linebacker recruit for the Buckeyes. We'll tell you about it in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
As you head downtown, we are noticing yet another incident out here. It's a crash on 70 eastbound right before that 71 split. We have not one, but 2 left lanes that are currently blocked for you. About a 7-minute delay so far on this early Wednesday commute and about 5 miles per hour when it comes to your speeds, folks. I don't like to see that for you. If you can, just take 23 or even West Broad Street instead to just head past that area, heading downtown to avoid all of that traffic. I'm 10 TV's Karina Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Our veterans put everything on the line to defend our nation. So when they need help, Congressman Mike Carey fights for our veterans. Because as a veteran himself, Mike Carey understands their service must be honored.
My name is Thomas Rand, and I put my life on the line serving our nation in Vietnam. But when I needed help with an outstanding disability claim, the VA wasn't there for me. But Congressman Mike Carey had my back. Because of his hard work, my claim was approved, and I got the help I needed. I'm thankful for Congressman Carey. He cares about our veterans.
Mike Carey will always fight to help our nation's heroes. If you're a veteran who needs help navigating government services, programs, and grants, call Congressman Mike Carey's office at 614-927-6902 or visit carey.house.gov. Paid for with official funds from the office of Mike Carey.
Hey there, Bo Bishop here. Tired of the same old routine? It's time to escape with an RV from RCD RV. Motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, they've got them all. Shop hundreds of RVs in stock today. 3 locations in Central Ohio to serve you or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Capital Ford of Columbus. Find your dream ride and get approved fast at capitalfordofcolumbus.com. Tyvis Powell is a legendary Buckeye. T-Bone loves to eat Buckeyes. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can find us on podcast land, wherever you go to get your podcasts, whether that's an app, whether that's maybe on YouTube, wherever else. Just search T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll find us there. You can grab it. Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Capital Ford of Columbus. But then that way, if you miss any part of the show, maybe you're up at this time of day, you miss some of our stuff later on in the show, like 7:30, an hour from now. We've got Ask Tyvis Anything. Maybe you always love to hear that, but you're not going to be in the car at 7:30 today. Well, you can go podcast it. You'll hear it. All of it on your favorite podcast app or device. Just search T-Bone and Tyvis, and then like, follow, subscribe to it. That'll make it easier so you get those episodes all the time. James Laurinaitis got us another great linebacker recruit, it sounds like. Ohio State linebackers coach has obviously been doing well in that regard. He now picked up Missouri 4-star Prince Goldsby, number 7 linebacker, number 101 overall prospect in the 2027 class on the consensus ratings. He is committed to the Buckeyes. He is 6'3", 205 pounds, plays at Blue Springs South in Blue Springs, Missouri, which is just outside of Kansas City, from what I understand. Like I said, 4-star guy. He's the 3rd highest rated recruit that Laurinaitis has landed since taking over Ohio State's linebackers room. .9527 on 24/7 Sports. Only 5-star Sincere Johnson and 4-star Riley Pettijohn rank ahead of this guy. So,
wait,
nice
Riley Pettijohn and who?
Sincere Johnson.
Oh yeah,
both were higher rated than this linebacker that they're bringing in. Yeah. So, another guy in the class. Now, again, I have said I don't get as excited about high school recruiting now because of the portal era, because that's just like step 1 of 200 before the guy gets on the field. You know what I mean?
It's a long process before he gets here. I mean, it's to the point where even if they sign their letter of intent, you got to wait till they enrolled in class. Because even signing a letter of intent, what's the kid's name?
Dude, that we got from Tennessee, right? I mean, he's not from Tennessee. I think he's from Texas.
Legend
Bay had that happen where now we know it sounded like it was a weird situation with mom and his brother or whatever. But
I was talking about the quarterback that was going to Jaden Rashada.
Oh, yeah.
He was going to Florida, and he asked for his release because something about some NIL. They didn't put it in writing.
Oh, yeah.
They tried to trick him.
Yeah, so that's the nature of the beast, right? Like it's a weird time in college athletics because you have all of these moving parts where you get someone to commit as a recruit, and then they can get someone in their ear. They can then obviously sign their letter of intent, and then they get on campus their freshman year, and if they're not playing right away, they want to transfer out. But yeah, this is a good start. This is a good thing. I hope it continues, and I hope he can stay here and actually be a Buckeye and all that stuff.
I'm sitting here watching his tape. He on some Terrell Suggs type stuff where he an outside linebacker and like a 3-4, and he coming off that edge and getting some sacks and strip sacks and all of that. He's like a pass rusher.
I like that. That's good to hear.
Is it pretty much written in stone that James Laurinaitis is almost on like the same path as Brian Hartline on the other side of the ball? Where
does feel like that.
Making this linebacker once again.
I think that's his goal, and it's definitely true. Listen, I told this when they hired James, I said, it's stealing. It's truly like you're going to go get one of the best linebackers to play at Ohio State, who went to the NFL, had an unbelievable career in the NFL, and then he's coming back to coach. You gonna get coached by that guy?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's stealing.
No, and I feel like as long as it feels a lot for James that like, and I'm a big fan. Obviously, he worked here. I've always thought highly of him as a player, and then as a human being, as I got to know him a little bit, when he worked here. But no, James Laurinaitis like has such a bright future, in coaching. I hope it's all here at Ohio State. I'm sure he would like it to all be here at Ohio State. But yeah, man, like he's doing exactly the Heartline type of thing there of getting stud recruits that you hope eventually can come in and play as well as some of these wide receivers did for Brian Hartline, right? But the numbers are there on the recruiting side of things. So now, yeah, and obviously the development of the Buckeye linebackers, did that linebacker room look pretty good last year? I believe if you call the NFL up and say, what do you think of Ohio State's linebackers? The opinion is high.
They got two top 7 picks.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Cody Simon ended up becoming the starter for the Cardinals last year and played well.
There you go.
I mean, he got 3 for 3 right now.
Yeah, it's all good. So, yeah, James Laurinaitis is killing it, and we're glad to have him be a part of things here, and obviously glad that he is still doing that for the Buckeyes. That's awesome. The legacy continues of 33 threes, as Bo likes to call him.
Oh, he got a good pass rush.
Tyvis is now just immersed in the tape. By the way, last week we had on our guy from the crew, Max Arfston, who is, we said he was U.S. men's national team hopeful. Well, Yesterday the announcement came out. Max Arfston is going to be on the U.S. national team for the World Cup, so that's good to see. Local representation here. Columbus Crew player going to be on the U.S. national team as we watch them in the World Cup. That's obviously here in the U.S. as well as Mexico and Canada. But the thing I wanted to bring up was, did you see that apparently they did send an email to the players? Because when Max was in here, we asked him, how do they tell you about this? Like, how do they reveal this to you? And he said, well, I don't know. I've got an email every other time I got called up to U.S. soccer, but I would feel like for something like the World Cup, which is kind of, it's one of the biggest accomplishments you can have other than winning the World Cup, but like getting your first call up to play in a World Cup is a huge deal. Anytime a player gets called up, it's a big, big thing for them to get just an email that says, congratulations, you're going to the World Cup. Here are the details. He thought maybe he would get a phone call. Not that I'm sure he's mad about it or anything. He's glad to get called up, but
they first matches in 4 days.
Oh, it's not in 4 days.
Okay.
It can't. I mean, there might be a tune-up match. Like they do
like
a couple
friendly or something.
Yeah, they do
international
a couple
friendly.
Yeah, they do a couple friendlies before they officially embark on the World Cup journey, just to like let's get everybody in. Yeah, it's just warm-up matches more or less. But yeah, I'm surprised that the guy who runs U.S. Soccer, who's at least the head coach of the men's national team, Mauricio Pochettino, who has been a big-time head coach all over the world, I'm surprised. He apparently. He's getting some flack for this, for sending out emails to the players. And his response is, well, why would I want to hear from the coach if I don't make it? When I was a player, if I got cut, I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to talk to the coach. I think you owe it to your players if you're not going to, like, Tyvis, you got cut from an NFL team. You just got an email. It was like, yeah, you're out. See you later. Like, they don't come and talk to you at least and say, hey, Tyvis, it's not working out, man. Sorry.
I'm taking the iPad.
Oh, if you get the email,
I ain't coming in.
If you get the email,
I ain't coming in.
I think it's the right thing, though, to tell your players face to face, right? No matter what it is, what sport it is. If you're going to cut somebody or not have them be a part of the team, shouldn't you have to tell them face to face?
Cut me like a man.
Yeah.
Tell me to my face.
You see, in our workplace and probably everyone's workplace, there's a lot of meetings that should have been an email. This is an email that should be a meeting.
Yeah.
When does it start?
What else does he have to do? What do you mean?
Like when do they compete?
The World Cup, when is the first U.S. game?
Yeah. I saw that they are the U.S. men's national team is the favorite to win their Pool D.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm pulling up the World Cup schedule right now. Let's see. June 12th, they play Paraguay on June 12th. I believe that's a Friday. So what is that? Like probably 2 weeks from this Friday, I'm guessing?
I'll be on leave.
Yeah, we know. Baby time is coming. Baby Tsunami. You're on leave starting on Monday, right? This is your final week.
Well, I haven't been approved.
Well,
that's a whole nother
debacle indeed. You're exactly right. Blowing bubbles. Also, June 19th, USA takes on Australia. So the game against Paraguay is a 9 p.m. game. I believe that's a Friday, like I said. June 19th, which is I'm guessing that seems like another week away, right? 12th to the 19th. Wouldn't that be another Friday? That's at 3 p.m. is when that game is against Australia. And then the third game of the group stage is June 25th against Turkey. That is a 10 p.m. kickoff. Me, no likey, the 10 p.m. kickoff. No. Too late. That's too late. What are we doing? Have it be in prime time, not at 10 p.m. That sucks.
Well, they're probably on the West Coast somewhere. I would imagine.
I don't care. Put the game put it at 7 or 8 or 9. No, we don't need a 10 p.m. start for U.S. national team. Get out of here. It's dumb. I have an update for you on some of the worst parents of all time. Details next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
In southeast Columbus, all lanes are officially back open. 70 in that eastbound direction over by Livingston Avenue. But here's the thing. If you're heading downtown, we are still watching a big crash. 2 left lanes are currently blocked on 70 eastbound right before 71 and just after that 315 spot. Looking at 4 miles per hour when it comes to your speeds and slowdowns, barely inching out there, if I could say. If you can't take 23 or even West Broad Street to pass that area, that traffic as you're heading downtown, definitely do so. The roads are still looking pretty messy out there with all the rain. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, energy bills have been crazy as of late, which has had our phone ringing off the hook. Pella windows give you both a home makeover and often an energy bill makeover.
We hear that all the time at the other window place. We love the makeover. No, wait. We want a do-over. That's what they say. Is do-over and makeover the same thing?
Get the windows that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Feeling stressed or overwhelmed? Not sure how to get the mental health help you need? We've got your back. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442. We'll help you figure out what mental health benefits may be in your health plan. No more confusion, just the support you deserve. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442.
Ever wonder where your go-to maintenance person gets the metal products they need to fix yours and everyone else's problems? The best in the business go to Metal Supermarkets for their wide variety of metal products and shapes to tackle projects from simple to complex. Metal Supermarkets is your source for all metals cut to size and ready fast. No minimum order with maximum service. Visit the family-owned franchise on North Wilson Road or at Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com.
Cash, moolah, greenbacks, toast, Skrilla, chips, bread and mold, cheddar, butter, lewd and scratch. Find the lettuce, make a match. Lettuce, gravy, game on the back for $30. That's a wrap. There's many words for cash, no doubt, but there's only one $30 cash word. Check it out. Cash word from Ohio Lottery. It's $30, yo. Cash word, it's fun to go with millions of prizes, don't you know? Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Hello, I'm Shep.
And I'm Mark.
We're the friendly board-certified entomologists from Rose Pest Solutions.
Let's tackle some spider myths.
I've got one. Spiders will sneak up and bite you at night.
That's a myth. Spiders are not interested in having you as a midnight snack. Okay, I've got one. You swallow spiders while you're sleeping.
Myth. What spider would enter the snore hole of death? But here's a fact. Spiders can be hard to control.
So call the pros from Rose.
Call Rose Pest Solutions today.
800-966-ROSE.
When you saw your heating bills this winter, did you think this is out of control? The problem is your house is leaking money, and the only thing higher than your heating bills are your cooling bills. Steve here from USA Insulation. Let us fix your energy bill problem for good. If you aren't foam insulated, you really aren't insulated. For $99 a month, interest-free, we'll foam your home and help cut those energy bills. 529-2440 or USAinsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
Your plate is full every morning thanks to the $6 Tim's Trio from Tim Hortons. Freshly brewed coffee, a hearty breakfast sandwich with a freshly cracked egg, and a daily baked donut. All of that for just $6. Yeah, that is a full plate for sure, but it's one less thing on your plate to worry about. So enjoy it to its fullest. The $6 Tim's Trio, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons, at participating U.S. restaurants.
Not all dental practices are the same. Most do a little bit of everything.
Primarily maintenance and teeth cleanings.
But where do you go when you need serious restoration? Who can give you a brand new smile that's comfortable?
At Runyon Dental Group, we are trained experts in restorative dentistry.
Restoration is all we do.
We can give you a gorgeous, new, comfortable, healthy smile.
No matter what the condition of your teeth.
Even if you have no teeth, and we can do it comfortably.
Runyon Dental Group.
We at The Fan have created a show where you can be a homer, a hater, or whatever you want to be. Sunday mornings at 8.
It's the Fan Call-In Show, presented by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tyvis hates Girl Scout cookies.
I hate it.
And little girls. In America.
I hate it, hate.
Seriously, Tyvis, what the hell?
Okay, whatever this is, I already hate it.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
So you know how everybody has that friend that's like a bad influence on your life, but you like hanging with the guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay, so that's Cardell for me.
Is that right?
Yeah, Cardell's a bad influence.
You mean the guy who gave you a car for the majority
Bad
of the time
influence.
I've known you?
Let me tell you
That's
why.
a bad influence?
Everybody knows that I'm on my journey to lose weight.
Okay.
And every time I'm with him, he make me throw that out the window.
Why?
So let me tell you what happened. Yesterday, I'm sitting around chilling, doing my thing, and I get a text message from him. Hey, need a big favor from you. I said, all right, what's up? You know, this is the godfather to my kids.
Yeah.
What's up? What
do you need? Yeah. Play for the Aviators. No? Is that not it?
Hey, they won their last game.
Yeah, he's trying to add to the team.
To win it too.
Trying to add to the team.
He needed me to go do something for his cousin, like get their car, charge it, whatever.
Why is everything car related with you and his relationship? What happened? Everything is, and it's electric cars specifically, where you're picking him up, or you're picking him up in an electric car, or now you're getting his cousin's car and charging his cousin's electric car.
Because like they was coming back and like, you know, like he wanted them to get in the car and just go and not have to worry about charging. So, you know, sitting around, do it for him, boom.
Okay.
So I end up taking his vehicle to get back.
Okay.
Right. So I dropped the Tesla, his cousin's Tesla off. I took his new truck, which was the first time I drove it, by the way. And it was smooth.
Nice.
It was smooth. I was like, yeah, you did your thing with this one. I like this.
Okay.
But anyways, I end up having his vehicle for a couple of hours.
As is tradition. Yes.
Well,
go
because
ahead.
he was going to like the car rental place. He had rented a car to go out of town.
Okay.
So I had to go pick him up. So
everything is so complicated with you and Cardell and all these car things. It's like,
you know, it's crazy.
There's like 19 cars involved with the two of you just getting somewhere.
It's complicated, but
it is complicated.
It's like normal.
Okay, this is fine. I'm trying to follow.
So I ended up having to go pick him up in his car from the car rental place because he was dropping the car rental off. So when he gets in the car, he comes in, he got these cookies. And he's like, here, you got to try one of these cookies. Stop it right there. He knows that I'm trying to lose weight. You can't entice me with no cookies. I ain't thinking about no cookies.
What kind of cookies were they?
He said he stopped at Buc-ee's.
Hey,
he said,
I got the hat on today.
He said, I got these peanut butter cookies from Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
He said, you got to try one.
I already tried.
So I did the narrative. I took a half of one.
That's a complete fail.
And it was delicious.
Yes.
So he drops me back off at home. My kids is outside, so he says spend some time playing with my kids, and they ask for a cookie. So he gives them a cookie.
Mm-hmm.
He then proceeds to give the rest of the cookies to me and leaves. Here, take these and leave. So now I'm stuck with peanut butter cookies at the house.
That's great.
That's just sitting there staring at me, and I have to walk past them and try not to eat them.
Well, what day is today?
Cheat day.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's not the point.
It's cookie day.
That's not the point.
It's perfect timing. It's almost serendipitous.
That's not the point.
Two questions from your boy Tyvis now. One, since it is cheat day, are you going to eat the cookies?
I don't know.
Yes.
Oh, come on. The answer should be yes. Come on.
I don't know.
Are we getting breakfast one last time?
I knew it was going to be the question. I knew I was going to ask. Tyvis, you're getting me breakfast one more time. Now I'm going to have to get him breakfast on Wednesdays, Tyvis. This sucks.
Him or Josh stepped in the road.
Yeah, this is tough.
When me and Cole do Fan Sports Sunday, Rusty always asks Cole in the chat to buy me lunch. But Rusty is hustling hard for me to try to get me a free meal on Sundays.
Ain't you trying to lose weight?
I'm more trying to maintain.
There you go.
Weight.
Just maintain.
You know, Josh Perry gave me some advice. I'd say it was probably like 3-4 years ago. We were talking. This is back when Josh was really like getting big.
Wow. I'm just saying wow because that's what he would say if he were here, and also you can tell him this to his face at 8:30 when he calls it the show.
He was really getting big, and he would go.
Shameful when you can make a horse look small.
Right. There you go.
He tells me he was on his road to recovery. He was going to start losing weight.
Okay.
He said, Tyvis, you know what? I'm not going to step on the scale.
Oh.
I'm not going to look.
Okay.
I said, what? This is coming from Ohio State where we literally weigh ourselves every single day. Like, you become infatuated with your weight because you got to know. He says, yeah, I'm not getting on the scale. He said, now what I do is I'm going to work out really hard for about a couple of months, and then I'm going to look myself in the mirror and just be happy with what I look like. It's not about the number on the scale. It's about what I look like.
There you go. Right.
And now I'm here to say 3 to 4 years later, I think I might endorse that.
He's doing well. Yeah.
Well, I wonder.
He's doing great.
I'm sure he knows his weight.
But he's saying he's not going to check on it every day.
I'm sure that's went out the window by now.
But that's okay. That's healthy. Don't get too locked into the number. Just do you feel good? Are you achieving your goals?
It's
of
about
health?
looking good. Like somebody in the chat the other day was like, Tyvis, you 250, but you can be like a solid 250. Like you can look ripped at 250. And I was like, I guess that's true.
You could.
Because it's not like a lot of fat for me to lose.
Yeah, see? You're a lot of muscle. That's
Correct.
fine. There's nothing wrong with this. So be happy with who you are. That's exactly right.
I completely disagree with everything you guys
Oh, no, I'm happy with me. I'm just going to stay happy with me.
This sounds like if you go on a diet and you don't weigh yourself, when eventually you do weigh yourself, you're like, oh, man, I gained 2 pounds.
Oh, like on
but
my...
at least that I didn't gain a bunch. Let's just be satisfied
on my 600-pound life when they're like, I think I'm doing pretty well. And then they go in and he's like, you gained 27 pounds. And it's like, oh, well, whoops. Maybe you should have measured yourself.
It could have been 50.
I saw this story. This is from the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Middle District of Pennsylvania. Don't fall off the road sleeping just yet. Hear me out. Christina Johnson, who not the former president of Ohio State, not that Christina Johnson. This woman is 69 years old from Boalsburg, Pennsylvania. She was sentenced to 15 months of imprisonment for falsification of records during a bankruptcy proceeding. She and her husband, John Johnson, were owners of the Springfield Bed and Breakfast in Boalsburg, PA. It filed for bankruptcy in 2022. Apparently, they lied about some accounts they had. They're both now going to jail. Why do I bring these people up? Their son, you may remember, is former Blue Jackets player and Penguins hockey player, Jack Johnson. And these are the parents who, when Jack, in 2014, I want to say it was, Jack Johnson was playing on a 7-year, $30 million deal.
And they took his money.
He had to file for bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Because his parents took out $15 million of loans against future earnings that he was going to have.
Yeah.
Leaving him. He thought he let them be in charge of the money. They're his parents. Why wouldn't you think your parents would obviously not try to screw you over? Apparently that's too much of an assumption to make about some people.
I had when I was doing NIL stuff, I was talking to, I can't remember who I was talking to, but somebody brought up a very valid point. They were talking about how like these kids are about to come about all this money. They about to get this money from college, right?
Right.
And a lot of these players are just going to try to let their parents be the ones in charge of their money.
Yeah.
And the guy was saying that's a bad idea. Because if the parents never had this type of money that they about to get, so they not going to know how to manage that type of money either.
That's true.
So I thought like that is very true.
Solid point.
Very true. So like with this situation here, it makes me think about that. Like this Jack Johnson, like he probably shouldn't have allowed his parents because they've never had that type of money. I'm guessing.
No. To
They
your
probably
point,
never had that money, so therefore they didn't know how to manage that money either.
Most people have not had $30 million come across, no matter how well you're doing. Like even Johnny Manziel, he talked about how his family had money. I don't think they had the money that like you get when you're an NFL player.
They told me they had oil money.
Yeah, but like how far down the line were they? You know what I mean? Were they like,
you got oil money? I mean, you ain't rich, you wealthy.
I just don't know how many. I'm saying
they
I
found them some glory holes.
He clearly. What I'm saying is Johnny Manziel.
I want me some glory holes.
Johnny Manziel did not carry himself like someone who had been around money. He carried himself like a lottery winner who'd never seen it before. So like, yeah, I don't know how much they actually have, but I'm just saying most people, maybe his parents had some businesses before, but clearly they did not carry themselves like that. So
point is, Jack Johnson's parents suck, and they should be sentenced to the depths of hell instead of jail.
You know what? They're in jail, but not for that. They're not in jail for all the stuff they did to him.
I don't mind.
This just shows, but this shows you how they still apparently, because according to the court system, they've been sentenced now. So apparently they were found guilty of bankruptcy fraud. So still all these years later. He's I'm sure, I know he's moved on from them. They don't talk, I'm guessing, like all that, but that's, yeah. What a shock with those people that's what's going on. We have an update on the Brendan Sorsby case with the NCAA. The latest on that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Traffic really backing up on the southwest side of Columbus. Just outside of Urban Crest, we are seeing a crash 270 eastbound passing 62. And right before it, that 71 split. That right lane is currently blocked. And for our friends heading downtown from the north side, keep in mind we are seeing another crash 71 southbound at 270 westbound. Once again, over on the north side by that really big and important intersection. 2 left lanes are currently blocked right now. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
This is This Date in Reds Baseball with team historian Greg Rhodes.
Reds Hall of Fame pitcher Mario Soto let a bag of ice get him into a lot of hot water on this May 27th in 1984 in Chicago. With 2 on in the second inning, Soto gave up a home run. Or was it? The Reds thought it was foul, and Soto went charging after the umpire. His teammates hauled him back to the dugout. And then a Cubs fan hit Mario with a bag of ice. Soto grabbed a bat and tried to jump into the stands when his teammates had to save him again. When the dust subsided, the umpires decided it was a foul ball, and the Reds went on to win 4-3. But Mario wound up with a 5-game suspension. A rough day for Mario Soto this May 27, 1984, this date in Reds baseball.
This Date in Reds Baseball is brought to you by the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame and Museum, presented by Dinsmore. Celebrating greatness, preserving history, providing inspiration.
Jeremy Foltz, CEO and co-founder of 3C Technology Solutions, speaks about working with First Bank of Central Ohio.
I think FBCO had a really nice personal touch. Transition was really easy and much cleaner than I thought it would be. Some very specific things that made me very excited to work with them are availability and creativity.
Experience what it's like to be first at First Bank of Central Ohio. Visit fbcentralohio.com for more details. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Getting a little older doesn't have to mean, well, getting older. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if you're feeling low energy, can't sleep, can't lose weight, are struggling with brain fog, or your sex drive is off, it's time to change it up. At Tri-State Men's Health, our advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed pounds, have more energy, enhance your body composition, improve sleep, increase your sex drive, and so much more, getting you back in the game again. So don't be older. Be stronger in the gym. Be sharper at work. Be better in the bedroom, and be more confident in every part of your life. So call us today and find out how our advanced treatment strategies could change the game for you. Your first visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on one of our advanced treatment plans on the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Feature therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore a seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hey there, Bo Bishop here. Tired of the same old routine? It's time to escape with an RV from RCD RV. Motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, they've got them all. Shop hundreds of RVs in stock today. 3 locations in Central Ohio to serve you or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
Spring cleaning isn't just for your house, it's for your life. If your job is getting old, it's time to clear the clutter and spring into IT. Go to My Computer Career.
My Computer Career helped me get the skills and certifications I needed to start a new life as an IT professional in months, not years.
Earn the certifications the top employers are looking for right now. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation to see if it's time to spring into IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
No way. Gas prices shot up again.
I know, but I got us covered.
So generous. What's your deal?
What's my deal? I went to Metro and saved. Got 4 lines for just $25 each and 4 free new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G phones and all on the T-Mobile network.
How about we go to Metro today?
Get that more for your money feeling. Visit your Metro by T-Mobile store. Just bring your numbers. Net available if you've been with Metro or T-Mobile in the past 180 days.
Tire Discounters has turned 50. In 1976, founder Chip Wood had 2 things, a mission and a mustache. One helped him start a business. The other helped him start a family. 50 years later, Tire Discounters is still owned by Chip's family, living by the golden rule, which means the Wood family treats you like you want to be treated, like family, but without all the bickering, of course.
That's the sound of Ellie De La Cruz stealing third. That's the sound of you stealing third. Right now at UDF, buy any 2 bottled beverages and get the third one free with Ellie Steals Third. Now at United Dairy Farmers. Some restrictions may apply.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cincinnati Reds have taken the first 2 games of their series with the New York Mets after winning 7-2 yesterday. They'll go for the sweep in Queens tonight with first pitch just after 7 o'clock over on the Fan 2. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Guardians dropped their second straight to the Washington Nationals 6-3. They'll try to avoid a sweep this afternoon at 1:10. In the NBA playoffs, the Thunder won Game 5 at home versus the Spurs 127-114 to take a 3-2 series lead in the Western Conference Finals. Game 6 in San Antonio will take place tomorrow night. And on the ice, the Vegas Golden Knights swept the Colorado Avalanche to advance to the Stanley Cup Final for the 3rd time in 9 seasons. This update is sponsored by TurboTrack Realty. Done with that property? Call John Kozik at TurboTrack Realty for a cash offer. 614-472-0000. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Your home for football, food, and fun. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tyvis and I were just having a discussion about apparently the patriarchy and how saw a woman on TV who was dressed very professionally. I want to point out, very professionally for a TV broadcaster to be dressed, right, in 2026. She's wearing a normal outfit, has no cleavage showing whatsoever.
Not at all.
Is a dress on, though, so, like, some parts of her legs are visible. And Tyvis then said if she was working, we were talking about yesterday how Hooters has said they're trying to go family friendly. And I think good luck with that. I don't know if that's your brand that you've built all these years ago, but whatever, they're trying to do that.
If the wings is as good as everybody says, they should be fine.
Yeah. But we pointed out yesterday that, like, if you go to Hooters and all the, like, if they go the opposite way where everyone's now wearing, like, turtlenecks and all this stuff, there's still going to be guys who are going to be like, blah, and they're just going to be, there's just creepy hornball dudes that are just going to go to Hooters anyway, no matter what you call it, no matter what outfits you put people in, they're going to be weirdos. And you pointed out this woman on TV. You said you think people would sexualize her. I said, absolutely. There's creepy dudes everywhere.
That's a shame.
Tyvis, welcome to the world, my friend. I was just complaining about the Jack Johnson's parents, how they, ripped him off for millions of dollars, cost him like years of his career that he earned all this money. He had to go back and basically start over financially after all that. I still feel bad. I thought about that story, not just because yesterday we had this news bit, but like I've thought about that story off and on for years.
Has he signed any big deals since?
Is he still playing?
He's still playing.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I would hope so.
Yeah, I just can't remember how wherever he is in his career.
What?
It was over 10 years ago.
I was going to say,
it was 2014.
I was going to say 10 years ago. So he's made money since then. So hopefully he's in a better financial situation.
So this happened
now.
10 years ago when he had to file bankruptcy?
He's 39 years old, Tyvis. He's been playing for 18 years. So
he filed bankruptcy, but has been playing since then.
Yeah, so he's been able to continue, earning.
When you file bankruptcy, do you have to pay back payments and all that, or is it you just start from zero?
It's one of those times where I don't always feel like an adult, even though I am clearly, because it's I kind of know what bankruptcy is. From my understanding,
you can't afford to pay them.
From my understanding, you're saying I don't have assets that meet my liabilities, and then this is something that you essentially it ruins your credit, it ruins everything, but it helps you
start from zero.
Yes, you're starting back over, right? But his career earnings, I'm looking on Spotrac. They say, now this is not always accurate, but Spotrac says that his career earnings were $55.8 million.
Well, 30 of it got stolen.
Well, at the time that I'm looking here, at the time that he had that happen, which 2014?
Yeah.
Something like that. His career earnings at that time were $22 million. Now, he had signed a deal that was paying him $5 million a year with the Jackets.
They fumbled $5 million a year?
A year, yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. But then, that happened when he was around 28 years old. So he has had to continue playing. Not that
I'm sure he wants to stop because of his parents. He can't.
I'm sure he wants to play. I can understand why guys do, but yeah, he I don't think is making $1 million at this point per year. He's on veteran minimum veteran minimum type deals. So yeah, that's
you want some little bit of breaking news.
Oh, you got some breaking news?
Little bit.
Give it to me.
Travis Kelce is buying a minority stake in the Cleveland Guardians.
Oh,
all right. Infuse some cash.
I like that.
Borrow some money from his future wife.
Hey, now.
Does this mean that the Guardians' payroll will go up and they will actually get some sticks?
That would be very cool if that happens. I don't think they're buying out the Dolans anytime soon, but aren't the Dolans selling part of
Isn't there an investor that's
they're taking over?
They should be taking over in the next, by 2030?
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, so maybe eventually 4 years from now you'll get to a point where they actually will spend a little bit more when they have teams that deserve it. But
could you imagine if the majority owners of the Cleveland Guardians one day are Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce?
That'd be pretty epic, wouldn't it?
That'd be dope.
I would think that the money would be there, clearly. She's making money.
Right.
She's not every time she goes on tour, you get a bat. That's what I think. Or you get a pitcher or something oh, she did another $20 billion on her world tour. Well, here's a bet. We got some money now. That's awesome.
If that's the case, I might consider switching sides. I might become a Guards fan.
Oh, I didn't know where we were going with that, but to each their own. I'd say do whatever you got to do. I support you in any decisions you make in that regard, Dylan. I'm here for you. So we have an update on the Brennan Sorsby case. The NCAA has denied Texas Tech quarterback Brennan Sorsby's request to be reinstated as eligible for this season, even as their school president at Texas Tech has publicly backed Sorsby's desire to play. The NCAA says no. So now this will be essentially the NCAA just saying, we're not going to let this happen. Here's our decision. They've already sued the NCAA pretty much anticipating this. So now this is going to go before a judge to determine, does the NCAA have the ability to suspend a player who apparently bet on games?
Yes.
I would think they do.
Yes.
I would think if you don't.
We'll see him in July, and we'll see if the NFL. The next question for him is the NFL, is they going to put him on the commissioner exempt list? That's the question. Or is he able to come to the NFL in a supplemental draft in July and play right away? That's kind of where we are with this whole thing, because the college thing is kind of dead in the water for him. I think that's done. Now it's what team is going to decide to give him a bunch of millions of dollars and trust that he's not going to gamble it away.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable question to ask. And obviously teams will have to think about if that's worth whatever talent they see for him, which again, I do want to point out, because I've seen people make these comparisons about his arm being awesome and he's got this elite arm talent and he's like Pat Mahomes and Now, obviously, he hasn't played a down of football for Texas Tech, but we're getting those comparisons. And I do think people should go back and watch him when he actually played good teams over the last few years with Cincinnati. And you find the game where this guy threw for 300 yards and won the game with his arm. Like, yeah.
They say he got Patrick Mahomes mechanics.
Yes, but not Patrick Mahomes' stats in college. Pat Mahomes threw all over the place. He had like a 550-yard, 600-yard game or something in college.
Been closer to 7.
Yeah, right. Like, I mean, I'm saying this dude doesn't have 300.
Went at it.
He doesn't have 300-yard games, let alone 400 or 500-yard games.
Brendan
It's not like
Sorsby don't have a 300-yard.
He doesn't have a lot of them.
Oh no,
if he might have a few, but it's not. It's not like he goes out every day and it's just
got to check the car.
31 of 55 or something for 325. Or 400
we
or
live
something.
In the wonderful world of the internet.
Go look it up and tell me. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think his stats are anywhere close on Pat Mahomes' level.
Watching them against the season opener against Nebraska, he had like almost 200 yards rushing.
Okay.
Oh no, he runs the ball.
Here we go. Passing. He had 333 yards against Bowling Green. He had 388 against Kansas. He had 300 against BYU.
Okay.
He had 284 against Oklahoma State, 282 against TCU.
Okay, but these are fine numbers. I'm not denying that he's a decent college quarterback, but I'm saying like people comparing him to Pat Mahomes is they're out of their minds to make those comparisons. And the idea that he's going to come in and be that good in the NFL, he's barely making these 300-yard games in college. He's barely that guy now. Now he does make plays with his feet. Is he going to be able to do that in the NFL? I don't think so. But
I'm sure.
I'm just saying, you have so many questions about this guy as a player, let alone the fact now that he also has this massive gambling addiction that he apparently has admitted to and has gone to seek treatment for. If I'm an NFL team and I've got next year's draft looking me in the eye, or I could just go take a flyer on this dude now, I think I'm waiting. I think I'm not taking a chance on this guy personally.
I think he should have just took the L and not said that he had a gambling addiction, because I don't think he does. I think that was them trying to be like, hey, this guy has a problem.
Oh.
He needs help, not punishment.
Have you seen that? That's exactly it. That's what Texas Tech's president, in their statement to Texas Tech made to the NCAA, or when they, in this lawsuit against the NCAA, they said that the NCAA's position is, quote, deeply hypocritical for suspending a guy for betting on NCAA games. They said that was deeply hypocritical and said that it was a wholesale abandonment of its obligations and duties to promote the well-being of Sorsby. So because they won't let him play college football, they're not helping his mental health, even though he gambled on college football games, clear violation of the rules. But they're saying, well, because you take DraftKings ads, now he should be allowed to bet on his own games. Like, what if this gets overturned? Then can't any player just go bet on their own games however they want to? And if they get in trouble, they'll say, yeah, you're being hypocritical, NCAA. Like, if that ruling is allowed and he gets to play college football again, then I don't know how you can ever stop someone from gambling on their own games. Pete Rose, bring him back from the dead. He can come back and play college football, apparently, even though banned from baseball for life, as we found out. One big-time college football coach says his conference would be fine to break away from the rest of college football. Tell you who said it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Seeing a lot of challenges out there as rain continues to pour down central Ohio. Over here, we are seeing a crash in southwest Columbus, just outside of Urban Crest. The right lane is currently blocked on 270 eastbound, just beyond 62. Over on the east side by the airport as well, a crash on that 270 southbound ramp to 670 westbound. Shoulders are blocked. And for our friends on the far east side, we're talking over by Etna, a 15-minute delay for you after a crash on 70 westbound, just passing 310. So expect some lane closures this early Wednesday morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, Central Ohio, Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and we buy houses for cash. If you've got a house you need to sell, this is your season. Inherited, behind on payments, just over it? Whatever brought you here, we can help. We buy as is, we cover all closing costs, and there are zero commissions, period. Just a fair cash offer, and you choose your closing date. People are making moves right now, and we make it simple to be one of them. One call is all it takes. We'll get you a fair cash offer, fast, no pressure, no obligation. Hundreds of your neighbors have already sold the easy way, and we've got 5-star reviews and BBB A+ rating to back it up. Take what you want, leave what you don't. We're based right here in Columbus, and we're ready when you are. Call us at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355 or visit selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, family owned. Call 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
Wilson, what are we wearing?
Lie detectors. Anytime a lie is detected, we get a little shock.
All right, let's try them. So, Pella was rated by homeowners as the leading window brand here in Columbus.
Nothing? Okay. Well, our windows can change the look of your home. This thing sometimes shocks you when you tell the truth. Ouch. It's okay. I'm having fun.
Get the windows that can change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you something. When's the last time a contractor did exactly what they said they would? On time, on budget, didn't give you any surprises at the end. With Baths R Us, there are no surprises. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. On time, on budget. And here's the difference with Baths R Us. They have local crews, never subcontracted. The people who show up to your door, they're trained Baths R Us employees. They aren't just some random crew that got hired last week and has no idea what they're doing in your home. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space you're proud of, Baths R Us builds it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. 380-225-BATH. That's to call Baths R Us and deal with a company that started right here in Ohio and grew by word of mouth. Because they treat people right. They do what they say they're going to do. 380-225-BATH to call Baths R Us. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven.
I feel valued as a member.
They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
Planning to buy a home in 2026? Not sure where to start? The Ohio Housing Finance Agency can help. With a step-by-step homebuyer's guide and financial tools, the Ohio Housing Finance Agency can make homeownership part of your future. Eligible homebuyers may qualify for down payment assistance and reduced mortgage interest rates. To see if you qualify and to find a mortgage lender, visit myohiohome.org.
Feeling stressed or overwhelmed? Not sure how to get the mental health help you need? We've got your back. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442. We'll help you figure out what mental health benefits may be in your health plan. No more confusion, just the support you deserve. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442.
The Reds are on the Fan's family of stations all season long.
If you don't listen, Terry Francona will ride his scooter to your house and yell at you.
Your home of the Reds.
The Fan, the Fan 2, and the Fan 3.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms this morning, some with heavy downpours, so stay weather aware and travel safe across the roads. As we get into the day today, we will see on and off showers and storms, otherwise cloudy skies and highs in the upper 70s. For tonight, skies turn partly cloudy overnight with lows down into the upper 50s. More sunshine in the forecast on Thursday. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Matty Ice has a large tattoo on his calf of LeBron eating a lion. I have nothing else to say. Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan. The only contraband hiding in Tyvis's butt cheeks is a Kit Kat bar. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Adam Schefter's going to join Rothman and Ice coming up today at 12:30, ESPN Senior NFL Insider. So if you want to hear from him, you can join Rothman and Ice today.
I'm sure they're going to ask him
Wednesday
about Brendan Sorsby.
Oh, I would guess so. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. I understand why teams might think about taking a chance on him, but
I mean, you're potentially getting a top quarterback, and you probably don't even have to use a first round pick to get him.
Yeah, like that's
because I don't think anybody's going to give him a first.
That's the big question: is if you have to use a first,
I think
then that would be a
second.
problem.
I think somebody give up their second round because, like, if I'm a quarterback needy team now, Like, why would I? And if this draft is so generational,
right,
I would be scared because if I'm a quarterback needy team now, that means that probably I'm gonna be picking high in the draft. So I don't want to give up my first, if I'm potentially that's a top 5 pick like that. I'm not about to forfeit that.
Right.
But a second round, I think a lot of people would be comfortable doing that because you potentially could use a second round to get a first round franchise guy, potentially.
The team that I've been looking at for him for some weird reason is a team like
the Cardinals,
Detroit.
Oh.
Like, you got an older quarterback. How much more years is Jared Goff going to play with the Lions?
Well,
they're going to be good. They're not going to be at the top of the draft. They're not going to be able to get a Arch Manning or a Dante Moore. And it's like, what if you're someone like them? You think you're going to make the playoffs this year, and it's in your mind, it's a late first-round pick that you're giving up for Brandon Sorsby, and then you have your future quarterback.
Yeah, I just feel like while there are plenty of reasons to possibly take a flyer on him as a backup quarterback or a down-the-road solution, there's I don't understand the idea that some people are making like, oh, his arm talent is just elite. Yeah, but in college, when he's had to go against college defenses, he's looked fine. Too mediocre, by the way. Go look up his Nebraska game. He did not look very good on, again, throwing the ball through the air. He did a lot with his feet. I just don't know if a guy who runs the ball as a primary weapon or at least an equal weapon, I don't think he's that guy in the NFL.
You know who should take him, right?
Who's that?
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh yeah,
that's a good one too.
There's another one too, right? An aging quarterback who obviously has a lot of talent. Dylan Baker Mayfield, very successful quarterback. You love him,
yes.
But how much longer is he going to be able to do that?
I think the new trend that a lot of these smart organizations are doing is they're getting their guy and letting them sit. I mean, the Rams just did it. We watched the Packers do it for multiple times. We watched Kansas City do it. You get your guy and you let him sit for a year, let him teach. Because the thing about Brendan Sorsby is even if you're a quarterback needy team this year, you're kind of throwing him in the fire. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's going to have a regular OTAs. This supplemental draft is in July. They're on break in July. They're getting ready for training camp.
That's not the way I would want to do it.
Right. So you're going to bring him in for training camp and then expect him to go out there and be able to pick up the playbook and pick up all this stuff and be able to play in the season right away. I think that's a recipe for disaster.
Well, never mind the fact that this is a guy who was planning to play college football this year at Texas Tech and grow and develop and do all that stuff, and then eventually become an NFL quarterback down the road. Now it's your whole the mental side of that too would just be weird for any player, wouldn't you think? He's going through treatment for a gambling addiction. Whether, again, I don't know if that's a PR thing or if that's real, but either way, that's something that's not what he planned this offseason. Then he's obviously now in limbo about, am I playing college or NFL next year? Where will that be? I have no idea. As he already was transferring to a college that would be new to him, right? Going from UC over to Texas Tech and then having national championship aspirations there.
And having Texas Tech they screwed.
Oh, now they're screwed too. There's all kinds of. This is. We'll see what a judge says.
I didn't even think about that.
We'll see what a judge says. But yeah, imagine that for Texas Tech, where they've already. Musical chairs are done.
A lot of people.
There's no spring window anymore. You're all done with.
Was it Texas Tech's coach that was throwing the shots, or was they throwing the shots at Texas Tech?
They were receiving the shots from Steve Sarkisian.
Okay, well, it's over with now.
Yeah, well,
it's over with. They don't even need no shots. It's done.
That one's tough. So yeah, and we'll definitely keep an eye on that as it continues. But it's looking more and more like Brandon Sorsby is going to be heading to a supplemental draft sometime in either late June or early July, is what we're.
If he's not on the NFL commissioner's exempt list.
There's that whole question too. Kirby Smart was talking. The SEC is having their meetings in, I don't know, around Destin, somewhere, panhandle of Florida. They're having some meetings today, and a lot of people have thought, oh, this week will be when we get the announcement on the 2014 playoff, because maybe they'll all come in and say, never mind, we love it. Let's do 2014 playoff. Greg Sankey said, no chance that's happening. We're not announcing anything about the playoffs. We can wait. We can sit around for another few years at 12. That's fine with us. Also, it doesn't sound like there's a consensus among those coaches that they all are on board with the Sankey proposal. Some of them are saying, I might like a 2014 playoff, if for no other reason than job security. Meanwhile, Kirby Smart was talking about how he feels like the rules in college football may be getting to a point where, if it comes to it, the SEC could just go on their own and break away from the NCAA.
But I've said this for a long time to our president. I've been a huge advocate that if we can't find rules that everybody plays by, then we should play our own. I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid to break away and say that our conference is strong enough to go out and play. I mean, like, if we could actually function and it financially would make our programs more stable and we could support things financially, I'm talking about all the sports, and do by our own rules, I'd be all for that. I mean, I've been to this meeting now 10, 11 times, and it's frustrating at times to say, well, we can't do this because of litigation. We can't do this because of litigation. We can't do this because we'll get sued. We can't do that. And we're just trying to do things for the betterment of the sport and the betterment of the student athletes. And that's not curtailing what money they make. I'm not advocating that they make less money. I'm fine with what student athletes make. I'm trying to make it where it's as equal and as comparable footing for everybody, and it's not a race to the bottom, as they say.
Thoughts on this, Tyvis?
I don't know why they think that they can just, like, back before the NIL stuff happened, if you told me that they broke away and did their own thing, because I think me and Bo Bishop once had a conversation about this, about them breaking away and then them just crowning whoever wins their conference as the national champion. I thought it had a lot of clout back then. I did, because they were on a 10-year streak of winning the championship. So
right.
Like, it made sense. Now it just doesn't hold that cachet anymore.
It wouldn't now.
Like, if they did that, nobody would. It would be like when UCF crowned themselves to national champions.
Yeah, no one accepts that. No one validates that. Exactly right. I totally think this would be a terrible thing for the sport if they did that. I think it's all idle threats. I don't think they would ever actually do it. I don't understand, unless you get the Big Ten and, like, probably someone else, Big 12, ACC, like, the teams involved in those conferences. I'm not saying you have to keep the conferences together. Maybe it just becomes two gigantic super conferences. But unless you get roughly 50 to 60 college football teams to all say we're breaking away from the NCAA.
No, I think you could do it. If you did a top 25 of just, like, historically blue blood schools.
Nope, it wouldn't work.
I think you could do it.
It will not work.
No, 100% you could.
Dude, I can promise you, and I'll tell you why. Go back. I was just talking about IndyCar with the Indy 500. Bo brought up last week, I was listening to him talk about the Indy 500 and how it used to be so important, it used to be so massive, and it took a dip in the 90s. Do you know why? Because IndyCar got so successful, the drivers said, we want these rules, and the team owners said, we want these rules. And then the powers that be that owned the series were like, yeah, we don't think that's the case. We don't like those rules. So Indianapolis Motor Speedway and IndyCar separated. They separated into two separate groups, and that is what caused the problem. All the stars left the Indy 500. They went and raced their own races. They didn't go to the Indy 500. And guys you'd never heard of started running the Indy 500. Buddy Lazier was a guy no one ever heard of, and then he won the Indy 500.
They ran it into the ground.
But it was all these guys that you previously knew, and it ruined the sport. And I'm telling you right now, if the SEC breaks away and does that, you will see the downfall of college football. It'll still exist. You will have the SEC crowning their little stupid champion, but no one will validate that. And now you won't have the validation of, well, the Big Ten crowned their champion too. Maybe if they played each other, we could find out who the real winner is. That will ruin the sport if we never get closure every year because all these conferences just break away and do their own thing. They'd have to break away as SEC, Big Ten, and then like 20 other teams would have to join.
I'm gonna tell you this: the sport probably will be ruined anyways because unless they keep it where it is currently, it's going. And I was listening to Joel Klatt talk about how all the coaches say it's unsustainable for them to continue to keep paying all these kids year to year. They need multi-year deals. I agree with all that, but my thing is, if you go to 24, you're going to ruin the sport.
Oh, 2014 playoff? I also agree with that.
Because the regular season is now meaningless.
Yes.
So you just ruined that.
But it wouldn't be as drastic. That's still bad.
It wouldn't be drastic.
It wouldn't be as drastic as if the SEC just said, we play ourselves and that's it. We're over here, and all the other college football teams play over there.
They don't have the clout to do that anymore.
No, but they wouldn't have even back then.
They would have back. It would have been. It would have been
hollow. It would have been hollow.
They would have listened to it. It would have left you with the what if.
Yes, of course. And I don't think the sport can survive that as it current. You won't get the same TV deals for that. People are not going to watch that in the same way.
All right, the BCS back.
2 minutes away. Ask Tyvis anything. You can tweet us at Bone and Tyvis 971 or go to the YouTube chat 971 The Fan. Click on T-Bone and Tyvis. We will read those next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Just south of Westerville, we are seeing a new crash into our newsroom. The center lane is currently blocked on 270. It is that northbound direction at State Route 3, also known as Westerville Road. We also have another crash just south of Grandview Heights. The right lane is blocked on 670 westbound at that 315 southbound intersection because of yet another crash. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details. Your plate is full every morning thanks to the $6 Tim's Trio from Tim Hortons. Freshly brewed coffee, a hearty breakfast sandwich with a freshly cracked egg, and a daily baked donut. All of that for just $6. Yeah, that is a full plate for sure, but it's one less thing on your plate to worry about. So enjoy it to its fullest. The $6 Tim's Trio, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons, at participating U.S. restaurants.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Hey, Columbus, buy a new Ford at the same price of Ford employee pays. No markup, no haggling. Right now, Capital Ford of Columbus, get employee pricing on F-150s, Super Duties, Explorers, Mustangs, and more. Thousands in savings. This deal ends soon. Come to Capital Ford today, priced for you.
When it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, call Newman Roofing. 614-NEW-ROOF. NewmanRoofing.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Capital Ford of Columbus. Find your dream ride and get approved fast at capitalfordofcolumbus.com. Remember the time producer Dylan said that Alabama should be in the playoffs and that Tyvis started yelling at him? Those were good times. And remember later that day when Tyvis punched him in the face? Oh, classic stuff. Here's T-Bone and Tyvis.
There we are. I'm telling you right now. I watched it happen when I was a kid with IndyCar, where they used to, the Indy 500 was the thing. It was such a big deal. I know you guys, Dylan and Tyvis, you might be a little too young to remember all this, but like they used to be huge. They used to be bigger than what NASCAR was back in the day. And then they split apart. Indy 500 wasn't the same, and it ruined the sport for decades. It took them to recover from that. They're starting to now, but if college football goes that way, like Kirby Smart just said, we can go off and do our own thing. The SEC can go by themselves, even if you get the Big Ten to join. The SEC and the Big Ten, and that's it.
Wait a minute. Why? What is the SEC's biggest problem? Why they want to split?
Well, he's saying because every time we go to try to put a rule in, we get sued, and then it fails in court. Which, by the way, Kirby, I love the law professor, Kirby Smart, to explain to me how when it's the SEC putting a rule in, that won't then also run into the court's issues. Now, maybe the answer would be because you don't have to play in the SEC. You can go play in the Big Ten or somewhere else, and they've got different rules. But the only way that works is if the Big Ten SEC are not their own mega conglomerate that's keeping the sport in this one place. So, yeah, if they do break away, it would have to be multiple conferences joining. It cannot just be the SEC, and I don't think it would be. But, yeah,
I think it would more likely be the ACC that goes with them because they have the deal with ESPN as well. I mean, if the SEC and the Big Ten decide to do their own thing, it's like, what about their media rights deals? It's not like they would redo
all. They'd have to redo all that.
Yeah, but they still have contracts with Fox and
rip them up.
ABC.
There's buyouts. This is again. Everyone thinks the money can't dry up, but I'm telling you, like that's where IndyCar was back in the early '90s. They thought there's no way we can lose. There's so much money to make. Even if we split off, it'll still be lucrative, and it wasn't. The sport almost died. So yeah, don't for a second think that anybody is immune from that stuff. That's my entire point here with college football.
Get to know your resident national champion. It's time for Ask Tyvis Anything.
Sponsored by Ramos Roofing. Reliable, local, built right. Request your free roof assessment today at ramosroofing.com.
All right, Ask Tyvis Anything. Muggsy's Leaper said, Ask Tyvis, do you put a cap on your toothbrush? Have you had anything from the Great Harvest Bread Company? Have you ever tried a scone from Panera or anywhere? So we got a lot of questions there.
Okay.
One,
do I put a cap on my toothbrush? I used to, but I lost the dang cap. So right now, currently, no, I don't.
What's your reasoning?
Why do I put a cap on it?
Yeah.
Did you see the video when you flush the toilet, all the particles?
I've heard about
what
it.
if you shut the lid?
The video.
What if you just shut the lid?
Yeah,
You could
exactly.
shut the lid. But my bathroom is not, like, my toilet is in a separate room than the bathroom.
Okay,
Does
so
that
why do
matter?
you... So
In your palace?
I don't have a
I get it.
palace.
I understand. Yeah, that's right. You have the toilet room and then the actual bathroom.
Baker's seen my house, and I live in a hut. He'll tell you.
A hut.
I live in a hut.
A hut with a separate toilet hutch.
That's the
I
one.
got it.
That's
yeah.
the one cool feature.
Was it an outhouse? Like, what are we talking about? You got a porta-john sitting out in the
It's
garage?
actually, it's just a hole in the floor, and you just go down
I
and
see.
use
Gotcha.
the hole.
Well, so all right. So we don't put a cap on the
No,
toothbrush.
no cap. And the other ones is no. I don't.
Never had Great Harvest Bread Company. You never tried a scone from Panera or anywhere.
No.
That's a shame. You really should. They're delicious. Scones are
scone?
good. Scones are good.
I don't even know what that looks
Bread
like.
product. Bread products are always great. You like a croissant or a croissant, as people who have been to France like to say? If you're French, I excuse it. But if you're just someone who's like from Nebraska and you went to France once, you're
croissant,
like, I'd like a croissant.
Like you talking about like a
croissant?
Like,
yeah,
you like. But I feel like those are.
It's bread.
It's too much bread.
What do you mean it's too much bread?
It'd be like too much bread sometimes.
It's airy.
It's unnecessary
fluffy.
bread.
It's not unnecessary.
It is.
It's a piece of bread. It's delicious.
You love the croissant sandwich.
That's about the only time I really eat it, though. And like I say, that's a lot of bread.
You ever seen how they make croissants? Like when they make a real one, like the way they do that to get the dough to do that.
No, but Nicole
they
went
fold
to
butter into it.
She went to France and she was talking about she ate all kind of croissants. It was like sending me the croissants, and I'm like, that's a shame.
You got to get a croissant. They're good. Evan says, ask Tyvis, what's the difference between a typical day in pro football and OSU football? Besides the obvious pro massages and playing school, of course. Yeah. What is the difference in playing in the NFL and playing at a big-time program like Ohio State?
The only big difference is the schooling part. It's about the same. Like, it's in the NFL, it's all meetings, just meetings and walkthroughs, then meeting again, and then practice. In college, it's school, it's lift, school, meetings, practice. So, like, that's pretty much the difference. And tutors afterwards. So, to me, the schooling part is the biggest difference.
That's fair. AJ's Hawk Tua says, Tyvis, what are you doing if T-Bone or Dylan win the lottery?
Coming to work the next day. What that got to do with me?
No, but like if I win the lottery,
I'll be happy for you. But what that got to do with me?
No, if I win the lottery, I might say, Tyvis, let's go. What do you need? What do you need to do to not have to go to work? You could, we could maybe go hang out.
I'll tell you, we could do it after 9. We could do it at 8:55. Whatever you want to do, we could do it at 8:55 a.m.
Yeah, who's to say I wouldn't come into work, or Dylan wouldn't? Dylan would come into work and troll us with his money. Wouldn't give us any of it. Dylan would just show up and be like...
Dylan would actually buy breakfast. I would know Dylan hit the lotto because he would offer to get breakfast.
I don't think he would.
Here's what
I think his demands would just go up on where his bouginess of breakfast would be like, oh, we're just going to slum it with McDonald's, huh? Not going to order from First Watch? All right.
Like, Jerry goes, we're going to get some First Watch today.
Yeah, he's going to want the more expensive breakfast you could get. Like, oh, where's Fox in the Snow? Can we get them?
By the way, just because First Watch is more expensive doesn't mean the quality is higher. Don't get me started on First Watch.
Fox in the Snow, though. Have you been to that place?
Yes.
Now that's...
Oh, yeah.
Tyvis,
in the snow.
You want a croissant? That's the place. You got 3 weeks coming up. I know you got a little baby time, but in between the baby stuff.
Fox in the Snow.
Yes.
Where is it located?
Multiple places.
I don't mess with the one in Bridge Park.
That's the one I go.
My house.
The one over there, yeah, that's the one I've gone to as well. It's not in Bridge Park. It's an old. It's technically an old Dublin.
It's on the other side of the bridge. You're right.
That place is Tyvis. We are a breakfast show. If you've never had a breakfast there, I highly recommend it.
That's in the snow.
But that's a place after you guys get through the initial part of baby time. That's a place to take the lieutenant for a nice breakfast. If she likes breakfast, they do some good food.
If I hit the lottery, I would send Tyvis like a $1,000 DoorDash gift card, but you guys would never hear from me. That's how you would know.
I would come into work.
I would no show. I would make T-Bone have to run the board.
Why?
That's messed up.
I did run the board.
That's messed up.
You could give us like a week to just find someone. Give us a day. Oh no, I wouldn't know what to do. I would say, I guess we're not on the air. Is what I would say. I'd call Fish. Probably be it. This one, Tyvis, this is from Aiden. He says, Tyvis, do you think the Colts will regret giving up their 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner, or will he be worth it in the end?
You know, it's interesting because I was down on Sauce when he was with the Jets. I said that his play declined a little bit. But then this is the thing that me and Richard Kevin Sherman like to do. We like to go look at the analytics side of things because Sherm, for some odd reason, got access to all the data. Yeah. So what he does is he likes to go and look at corner seasons and just be like, this is the numbers. He gives you the completion percentage, the yards that they gave up, touchdowns that they gave up, and pass deflections and interceptions. Sauce put out a tweet last year that says something about, he said, this was my stats, but people saying that I fell off. And I went back and I had to talk to Sherman, like, can you confirm this? And he was like, yeah, this was his numbers. It actually was a solid season. I think that it actually will be worth it in the end for them because the one thing that you need is a lockdown corner. And Sauce, although I thought his play was declining, I think he just didn't want to be with New York anymore. And I think that New York was so bad that it made him look bad. I think that he actually will be a productive corner there. He just got to stay healthy. But I think ultimately it'll be a good thing for them in the end.
All I got out of that is Tyvis Powell, analytic guy.
Yeah, that's what I got.
No, I'm not an analytic guy, but I like to look at the numbers, though. I
could cut the drop right now.
I like to look at the numbers.
I like to look at analytics.
I like to look at the numbers.
Tyvis Kenny Powell is what they're calling him right now.
Yeah, he's going to leave us for PFF.
That's right. Yeah, exactly right. Shizzy88 says, Tyvis, did you ever get to film an intro for a Monday Night Football or Sunday Night Football intro?
This is
Tyvis Powell from the Ohio State University.
This is a very touchy subject for me because I got my first and only NFL start was a Thursday night football game against the Raiders. And I was so looking forward to doing that.
Yeah.
And we didn't do them.
Why?
They didn't do them for that game. And I was so mad because I was going to finally say Tyvis Powell, the Ohio State University. And nobody got to shoot him.
Oh, you were going to do something
but I did get to run out the smoke, though. I did do that.
That's great.
They got to do the intro, and I did the Sherm. I told Sherm all week, I said, I don't know what I'm going to do. And right before I told him, I should do the Richard Sherman. And he said, I've been doing that for 8 years. I'm not about to change my intro for you. And so Jeff Halfley was like, you got to do it. You got to do it. He said, it's going to be so funny. You got to do it. So I did it. And then Sherm was called right after me, and he did the same thing. So he copied me.
Oh, see, that's good. I like that you undercut him there. That's good. All right. We'll take a break. Come back. What do I have next? Do you remember? I don't remember. Something. Oh, yeah. One college football coach is brutally honest about the changes in college football. We'll tell you next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Noticing a few crashes on the east side of Columbus. Starting just south of Westerville, we do have a crash 270 northbound at State Route 3, also known as Westerville Road. 2 left lanes are blocked, and we're really seeing traffic extending now towards 270 and 161 over by Blendon Township. In New Albany, another incident, 161 westbound, passing New Albany Road. That left lane is blocked, 14 miles per hour for your speeds. Also, still watching this crash as you're heading towards the airport. 270 affecting that southbound ramp to 670 westbound. Shoulders are currently restricted. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Craving the O? Now it comes to you. For loyal fans, the O on Lane is now offering the O on the Go catering delivery. Perfect for the office or any group. Order boxed lunches or group catering right now at theoonlane.com. The O on the Go, delivered fresh, delivered easy.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
May the savings be with you at Great Lakes Hyundai. Right now, lease a new 26 Elantra SE for $59 per month for 2 years. Just $59 a month for the May mega sale. This month only. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Dublin or Columbus or glexhyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.95 down plus tax, title, first month payment, 7,500 miles per year, and 6-1.
Welcome back to What Is That Thing? Today our guest is
Dr. Melvin Parsbrucker. I invented the sump pump.
Ah, the sump pump. I've heard Apex pros talk about those.
Yes, the pros who knows are true experts in sump pumpology.
So, Doctor, what is that thing?
You see, a sump pump is a device designed to pump out sump.
Sump?
For the pump.
You say the pumps?
Sump.
Sump. And what exactly is Sump?
It's what gets pumped.
I want to be sure I'm hearing you right. Sump?
Sump.
And that's what gets
pumped. Look, maybe Apex Pros can explain it at your level.
Well, Apex Pro says some pumps are made to keep groundwater from accumulating and flooding your basement, especially this time of year with the big spring rains and the uniquely shallow water table in and around Franklin County. A simple sump pump can protect your home from tens of thousands of dollars in damage.
It's made to sump the pump.
Of course.
No doubt about it. Columbus loves Apex Pros. The pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At Tri-State Men's Health, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. Tri-State Men's Health, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Common Man and Timmy. Voted America's dumbest show by Marconi voters. Common Man is a Columbus radio legend. And by legend, I mean it's a miracle he hasn't been fired yet. And Timmy is, well, Timmy will complain about anything and everything. And he kind of looks like a woman. Giggity, giggity, giggity. So there's that. Common Man and Timmy.
Sponsored by Hinderer Motor Company.
Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 on The Fan.
Common Man and Timmy here for Hollywood Casino Columbus. Oh, Timmy, it's getting closer.
What is?
The grand opening of the new Hollywood Casino Columbus Hotel.
Oh, that's right. The grand opening celebration is coming up on June 12th. Brett Michaels will be there.
And there's going to be fireworks and food trucks and swag and a chance to win a motorcycle.
Motorcycle shit. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com.
Plus, on select Wednesdays and Saturdays, it's the $1,000 Win Your Way drawings.
Must be 21 to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube, along with those fake YouTube ads like Chew This Gum and It Grows New Teeth. Experience the splendor of Bo sitting in his closet, Timmy Hall's gouty gold chains, and Matty Ice wearing a coat in 90-degree weather. It's all there. Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
The Fan Poll is sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub, home of award-winning pizza and $2 tall boys. All day, every day.
Every time Tyvis laughs, take a drink. Just kidding. You'd be dead in 30 seconds. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
I do feel like we could do something with the changing in college football discussion for the fan poll today, brought to you by JT's Pizza Pub. Like, I am convinced that the majority of people, if it was, let's just say the SEC and the Big Ten broke away, I think that would be a big enough change that most people would say, yeah, I'm going to watch my team play, but I'm just not going to be as invested in this. I'm not going to be as excited about it.
But why? Those are the major players. Those are the teams. They have the teams that most people want to watch anyway.
Yeah, but then that would mean that if you did this back 25 years ago, that means all those Clemson teams that had some tremendous talent on it would never have existed. That means, like, if you did this in the early 90s, you'd never have the Florida State teams of Bobby Bowden later that, decade, right? Like, the AC's just cut out of all this.
Well, I think
the Big 12's just cut out of all this.
If, in your hypothetical, the SEC and the Big Ten both do this, they're taking some of those ACC Big 12 schools with them.
Yes, but that would be, again, which ones do you pick? Because let's say it was the other way around. Let's say in a bizarro world situation.
What do you mean, which ones do you pick? Out of the ACC and Big 12?
Yeah.
Miami.
Uh-huh.
Florida State historically.
Yep.
Clemson.
You have to take them.
Who else is in
You can take North Carolina. You take NC State.
Are we doing, is this football? Is this just football or is this?
It's just football. Let's say that basketball is all the other sports are unaffected. It's just a football play only.
And we going just ACC, or are we going Big 12?
ACC and Big 12.
I would take BYU. Notre Dame would have to come.
Okay, here's my
Texas
question.
Tech.
Here's my question.
What about Utah, Tyvis?
Yeah, what about Utah? Okay,
y'all know how I feel about
listen
that.
to
Y'all
me,
know exactly
because
how
you know they're
personally they can stay where they at. But if you want to bring them, I get it.
Here's my point. If you were doing this, if let's say that the power conferences 12 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever you want to say it was, let's say that the power conferences were the SEC and the ACC. And then they said, well, we got to take some schools from the Big Ten, but not all of them because the Big Ten sucks. They would have picked Ohio State, clearly.
Wait, are we talking
I'm saying if the ACC and the SEC
I'm saying
were the two
with
power
the
conferences.
merger of the Big Ten right now, like, so we taking 8 out of 18 schools, which ones would I take?
No. I am pointing out that in years past, I'm talking 20 years ago, if you cut this up and instead of it being the Big Ten, the SEC making the decision, it was, let's say, the SEC and the ACC.
It would have only been 3 schools taken out of the Big Ten.
Right.
It
Who
would
were
have been
those
Ohio
two?
State, Wolverines, and Penn State.
Right. So then the Indiana dynasty that may be forming as we speak, I don't know. But
It never would have been formed.
That's my point.
Kirk Signetti would have never wanted to take that job.
I'm saying you would then essentially lose what we now have is a college football system where it's starting to become, hey, you don't have to be one of the blue bloods. This could be more interesting. Yes, we have to navigate this playoff stupidity with 24 teams, which is absurd. We have to figure out guidelines for NIL, but I don't think the sport is far gone
so you're saying,
that we need to blow it up and just take the SEC and the Big Ten and say bye to everybody else.
You're saying
I'm
like
saying
the
we
sport
wouldn't know. We wouldn't know who the next 20 years of good college football teams is going to be. If we look at history, we may not pick the one that ends up being the best one. We may miss out on some great stuff because we're chopping out like Virginia or Virginia Tech. You leave them out? Like, where do you draw that line?
They stink.
For now they do, but Indiana stunk more than anyone. And now they're the best team in college football last year. I hate to say it, but
NIL and transfer portal, again, the one thing it does do is bring parity to the sport.
Yes.
That's what you like the fact that there is teams that we haven't thought about for years that can come in and be a top team. That's what you're saying.
I do.
You don't want
I
to
do.
see the same 5 teams continuously win it, like when it was Bama, Clemson, Ohio State. Like, you don't want to see just those teams continue to dominate college football.
I want Ohio State to dominate college football.
Georgia.
I'm saying if I'm a college football fan, not just an Ohio State fan, though, and I am because I do like the sport aside from Ohio State, I want there to be more teams that are interesting and good because that means there's more upsets. That means there's more games that are exciting. Like, I'm saying at some point, if you start parsing out, well, these ACC schools are good, but these ones suck. These Big 12 schools are good, but these ones suck. Can't take all of them. At some point, you're going to lose what makes this sport what it is.
I think that the problem with what you're saying is you like the parity. You like to have all these teams. I think that if you did take the top teams from each conference and put them in there, you would still get that parity because the coaches would want only those jobs. So, like, a Kirk Signetti would have never taken an Indiana job. He would have taken one of those jobs that would have been in the big conference. It'd have been a lower team that's obviously not performed well, but you would still get the story. I think you're thinking because there is no guidelines on it, you can get a Kansas out of nowhere for 1 year turnaround. But my thing is this: if you take the top, let's say 50 teams in college football, whoever the 50th team is going to fire their coach, which is going to give a Kirk Signetti a chance to get in there. And if you leave NIL and transfer portal the way it is, that 50th team can be the Indiana team.
Right.
So you would still
That's
get
fair.
that.
That's fair. My bigger point here is that the SEC is literally talking this week. Kirby Smart was out there saying yesterday he'd be fine with just breaking away as the SEC.
Well, he's an idiot.
And that's so stupid.
He's
And
an
yes,
idiot.
of course, it would have to be at least the SEC and the Big Ten. But my point is when you start adding in all this, well, let's grab this team from the ACC and this team from the Big 12, like at some point you're going to have to make a cut line. And I feel like we are not going to – the idiots who've made all the other terrible decisions with college football in the last 10 years are going to be the ones in charge of that. They're not going to – it's not going to be smart people making that choice, and they're going to make dumb decisions. They're going to make asinine decisions that make no sense.
This take has been floating out there for years. I've brought it up before. I'm a firm believer that this is the way that we're going. We're going to the 2 Super League model where this becomes NFL light.
Yes, and I
that's what's
don't
gonna
understand the run to become just like the NFL when the thing that makes college football great is it's not the NFL.
But that's not the problem. It doesn't need. You don't need super elite. That's not the problem with it. If I'm listening to everybody correctly, the problem with it is that they want salary caps as far as like, all right, so you get $20 million for revenue sharing. That's all you operate. Everybody operates under the $20 million. Not you get $20 million, but you can still raise $20 million in NIL. So now you're operating off of $40 million. That's the problem. And then they want these guys to not have to, essentially it's free agency every single season with all these schools. You have to re-sign your guys every single year. They want it to be 3-year, 4-year deal. So I don't have to continuously do that. That's kind of where, right. And if the transfer portal, which aren't they trying to get it back to a one-time transfer unless you're a graduate or whatever? Yeah. Like if they want that back. If you get that back,
you're saying the amount of times you can transfer like each individual student athlete.
You get maybe one and then one after you graduate. Like so you get a total of 2. Like if you do those type of things, then that fixes the sport as well. Because now you're not flipping an entire roster year to year.
Mike Elko, who's the head coach of Texas A&M, they asked him about the college football playoff expansion.
Oh yeah, he's hilarious.
And he said, "What do I want?" He said, "I want to go to 40 teams so I won't get fired." It's okay to make it hard to be in the playoff. I mean, his point was not that he actually wants 40. He said, none of us are answering the question, what's good for the sport? We're answering for the good of ourselves. And that, you could not have hit the nail on the head more. With everything wrong with college football, it's that right there. Everyone's doing what's good for them in the moment, not what's good for the sport. No one seems to care about that. And that's where some of these Kirby Smart comments about, we should have just go be the SEC by ourselves. That's not good for college football. It might be good for you in the moment. It's not good for college football. We'll switch gears. NFL Talk, The Huddle, coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
In the southeast side of Columbus, the left lane is blocked on 70 eastbound passing Alum Creek Drive. 32 miles per hour for your speeds. A little bit slower out there, but traffic really backing up now towards 70 over by State Route 317, also known as South Hamilton Road. And for our friends in our southwest corner, you're not alone. We are seeing another crash. The 2 right lanes are blocked right now on 71 southbound, just passing State Route 104, also known as Frank Road. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Bring your landscape back to life with an unbeatable deal from Ohio Mulch. 5 bags of premium mulch for just $10. You choose from absolute black, brown, or red to make your flowers pop and your curb appeal shine. Visit ohiomulch.com to find a location near you.
As the saying goes, trust is earned, never given. When it comes to your roof, who you trust truly matters. At Newman Roofing, we're more than just a business. We're a local, family-owned company built on honesty, integrity, and hard work. From the very beginning, these core values have shaped the way we do business, ensuring a customer experience that's second to none. Our dedication to quality has earned us the trust of thousands of homeowners across Central Ohio. At Newman Roofing, excellence isn't just a word, it's our promise to you. From the moment we step foot on your doorstep to the final handshake, we strive to deliver an experience that keeps you calling back for more. Whether you need a roof repair or a full replacement, our team at Newman Roofing is here to protect what matters most. After all, when your name is on it, it just means more. So give us a call today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit us online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
I'm fixing to tell you something that the insurance industry does not want you to ever hear. Bullies often delay and deny. I see them sitting on premiums paid and making money and dragging it out for as long as they can. Many times, we're forced to take them to court. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Their high-paid lobbyists are on a mission to make sure that at trial, jurors are not allowed to learn that the at-fault party has insurance, and in some cases, lots of it. I can think of no case in all my years where there was no insurance for the at-fault party. So let's fight back. It's all these bullies understand. Tell everybody you know the truth. If you've been injured in a car crash or hurt at a store or business, visit forthepeople.com. We're here 24/7. It's that easy. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
When sudden illness or injury strike, Ohio State offers 3 types of urgent care to meet any of your needs. From traditional urgent care to our specialized orthopedic urgent care for activity-related injuries and advanced urgent care for more serious injury and illness. Our experts treat everything from broken bones to ear infections and colds and flu. Ohio State Urgent Care. This is world-class care.
For over 78 years, our family's been part of your love stories. At Diamond Seller, we offer bigger diamonds, better prices, and timeless designs for every chapter of your life. From your first yes to your forever I do, trust the jeweler who knows diamonds best. Visit Diamond Seller today.
No way, gas prices shot up again.
I know, but I got us covered.
So generous. What's your deal?
What's my deal? I went to Metro and saved. Got 4 lines for just $25 each and 4 free new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G phones, and all on the T-Mobile network.
Ah, how about we go to Metro today?
Get that more for your money feeling. Visit your Metro by T-Mobile store. Just bring your numbers. Not available if you've been with Metro or T-Mobile in the past 180 days.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible, but Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the Columbus community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Air conditioners break down in the summer heat.
When you need to replace your AC, the friend to call is me.
You gonna tell them about your amazing, astounding, ridiculously miraculous financing?
12 months, same as cash.
0% interest.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Or you can pay it out over 180 months at 7.95 annual percentage rate. $0 down with approved credit.
If the furnace is still good and you just need to replace the AC?
It's only $85 a month. That's almost free.
And it's only $125 a month if you need a new furnace with your new AC.
Those prices assume you live in the typical American home.
3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths.
About 1,600 square feet.
Aaron, I saw how hard you worked to get these payment plans worked out for people.
Jerry, it's our job to get people what they need.
Get Eco.
ECO.
We come through for you when you need us to.
Perfect plumbers, exciting electricians, and heavy-duty HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Cincinnati Reds have taken the first 2 games of their series with the New York Mets after winning 7-2 yesterday. They'll go for the sweep in Queens tonight with first pitch just after 7 o'clock over on the Fan 2. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Guardians dropped their second straight to the Washington Nationals 6-3. They'll try to avoid a sweep this afternoon at 1:10. In the NBA playoffs, the Thunder won Game 5 at home versus the Spurs 127-114 to take a 3-2 series lead in the Western Conference Finals. Game 6 in San Antonio will take place tomorrow night. And on the ice, the Vegas Golden Knights swept the Colorado Avalanche to advance to the Stanley Cup Final for the 3rd time in 9 seasons. This update is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Reach your health and weight goals with Reclaim by Awaken 180, a 10-week medication-free plan. Visit awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
If your kid is complaining about not wanting to go to school, blast the volume on this show. You won't have any more problems. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
By the way, the Vegas Golden Knights sweeping out the Avs, as you heard Dylan say in the update, 4-0.
That is amazing.
Wild, right?
I was not expecting them to sweep them at all. I actually thought Colorado was going to be in the championship this year.
Well, I kind of did too, but here we are. John Tortorella is back into the Stanley Cup Final.
This is sixth appearance? 8th?
Whose? His?
Torts.
Or is it? I don't think it's 8. Is it 8?
I promise you, I was outside and on ESPN they had showed
Maybe it is.
he was one of the coaches that was like had a lot of appearances.
Maybe it is.
And I'm like, really?
No, he's obvious. Yeah, he's been very successful. I didn't know it was up to 8. But
let me look. We live in the world of Googles.
We do. Thank you. I will say what Vegas is doing with their former coach, Bruce Cassidy, is not cool. Like, if you're not aware of this, once you get fired, technically you are usually allowed by the team that fired you, even if you're still being paid out on your contract, to go out and seek other employment and go interview for jobs, that sort of thing. But they have said, well, since we're paying you out, you're not allowed to interview.
Oh?
And, you know, the whole way this works typically, for those who don't know, is that, like, you go interview for a job. If you get hired for the job,
you could do
that allows you essentially then could say, hey, now that I got this other job, you don't have to pay me the buyout as much. You might get some of it, but
you can't double dip no more.
I don't think so. You might have offset language.
Chip Kelly was the king of that.
Well, actually,
he was getting paid by San Fran, the Eagles, and UCLA.
Charlie Weiss was the king of that too. College football coach.
Boy, But usually they count his money.
Usually they let these coaches interview, even though they're still paying out what they were owed, because hey, we fired you. Go ahead and work somewhere else. Why would we care? We fired you. We didn't think you were good enough. They're not letting him do that, and that just seems like, again, more reasons to hate Vegas. Like, they come into the league, they got gifted with the best roster any expansion team has ever gotten in the NHL. They got immediate success right off the bat from that. They've won a Stanley Cup. They're doing everything. They get all this stuff. Now they're back in the finals again. That spoiled-ass fan base. And they can't even be, like, decent to a guy that they fired who was not a bad coach.
Why they spoiled?
Because they think this is the way it goes for NHL franchises, and it doesn't.
They've been in the Cup, twice in?
3 times in their first 9 seasons.
Yeah.
This will be the third time.
It's insane.
Hey.
Meanwhile, go ask the Toronto Maple Leafs last time they won the Stanley Cup.
Well, they're about to.
I'm just jealous as a fan of an expansion team myself.
Yeah. Oh, the one that came in when another team came in as well at the same time? And they had 2 teams in at once, and Vegas just got to come in free and clear by themselves?
I tell you what, the Raiders and the A's and whatever team LeBron owns in basketball better step it up, because the Knights is the team in Vegas.
Them and the Aces, right?
Yeah, the Aces.
Knights and the Aces are holding up their end of the bargain.
Yeah, they
all
are.
those other teams are looking like absolute poo by comparison. But yeah, the Vegas Golden Knights back again in the Stanley Cup final.
It says he only been to the Stanley Cup twice. I don't know what I
don't know what you saw either. I didn't think it was 8 times. I was surprised when you said 6, but yeah, because he won one with Tampa Bay back in the day.
Yeah, it's been 22 years since he been to the Cup.
And he's back again. All right, huddle time. Let's do it.
The biggest questions in the NFL are answered right here. Welcome to the Huddle.
Sponsored by Advent. Go to adventknows.com, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
All right, Dylan, Huddle question number 1 today.
So both Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes practiced yesterday for the first time in OTAs. Lamar missed all of last week's and returned. Patrick Mahomes is coming back from injury. Which one of those quarterbacks do you think has the bigger season this year?
I mean, the one who's been closer to having a bigger season has been Lamar Jackson, right, of late. But Pat Mahomes is still Pat Mahomes. I feel like if he's healthy, I don't think what you saw last year is going to be what you see from him moving forward. I think he'll be better. I'll go with Pat Mahomes. I'll trust that Pat Mahomes still has more life there to give, more quarterback life left in him.
I'm gonna go Patrick Mahomes as well. I think that due to the fact that Baltimore completely had to reset and get a whole new offense and all those things, I think that's going to play a factor in, them. They're going to have to ramp up, essentially to have a really good offense over there. So I'm going to say that the slight edge, I'm going to give it to Patrick Mahomes, because they're getting Eric Bieniemy back and all of those things. So I'm going to go Pat Mahomes.
This season's super interesting to me from Lamar, because he's got 2 seasons left on his deal. And we're coming up on a time where Drake May and Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams are going to be extension eligible. If Lamar has a really good season, he could wait for all those guys to reset the market and then sign after them and just get a huge bag.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is really a make or break season for Lamar when it comes to his paycheck.
Yeah, but not as far as like, oh, he might be out of the league or something.
Right.
You're not saying that. You're saying make or break in the sense of if he gets another ridiculous contract.
Right.
Or okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Somebody will pay him. It might not be Baltimore, but somebody is
saw that went last time, where Baltimore, basically, they dared him to go find a better deal, and he just eventually ended up staying home. Huddle question number 2.
The Chargers and Derwin James agreed to a 3-year, $75 million contract extension, making him the highest paid safety for the second time in his career. Considering his injury history, would you have made that move?
I mean, I'm always leery of giving guys deals after they've had too many injuries. I understand you want to try to keep your best players, and he obviously has when healthy.
Yeah, he that deal.
Right, yeah. But the injury history concerns me. I probably wouldn't do it if
What's the deal? 3 years,
$75 million.
I mean, my thing is this: when you look at their defense, they don't really have nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, Khalil Mack is at the end of his career, and that's about the only noticeable name, that's on there. So you got to keep somebody there.
Is that a good reason, though, to give a guy what is it you said,
They
Dylan?
can afford to do it because they don't have to pay anybody else.
Biggest deal.
Highest paid safety, and this is the second time he's
right.
But I'm saying, who else on that defense are you paying?
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that
these are all guys probably on rookie deals. So, like, you might as well pay them.
Yeah, I guess if you have I always feel like the idea would be you could go out and instead of using that money and say, well, what else are we going to do with it? You could be proactive and find other gaps. Did they just win 3 Super Bowls in a row or something? Did I miss it? Where they're like a really good team, the Chargers, or are they still a team that has yet to really crack that nut? Maybe,
what I would love for them to
use
do
that
is
money to help
get
there.
Another lockdown corner But you're not. How you going? It ain't like they hitting free agency.
Well, right, but they could have made moves to take on salary.
They should have done that.
Right. So the idea of like, what else are they going to do with the money? They could have been more aggressive. Instead, they're just kind of saying, all right, well, when healthy, he's really good, so we'll pay him the most money a safety's ever gotten. All right.
I wonder what they
interesting strategy
last year.
Well, you look that up. Dylan, give me one more huddle question real quick.
So Mike Florio reported that the likelihood of an 18-game season is a low for the 2027-28 season. Does that mean anything to you guys, or you just think this is inevitably going to happen in 2028 or 2029?
It'll happen inevitably. Probably 2029, 2030-ish, something like that.
They're going to get an 18-game season, and everybody's going to play one international date. That's
probably.
I feel like those are. I would, whatever I could bet on that, I would bet on it. Now, timeline, is that going to happen in less than 5 years? I would say that's like 80-90% sure to me, is that it'll be in the next few years. Whenever they can get everybody to rip up the current deal and say, let's do it again. And now you're going to have to negotiate that with the Players Association. But yeah, the owners want 18 games and they want to have an international date to grow the sport. And you know what? I wouldn't put this as locked in, but go ahead and just pencil it in. That's probably happening. There's an international Super Bowl happening as well.
The Chargers defense finished 5th last year.
Okay. Really good defense.
Yeah.
They don't want to lose that.
Right behind the Cleveland Browns.
Do we know how many games Derwin James played? I don't know the answer to that.
I'm looking.
Last year, look at Derwin James played.
They have all these other stats. They don't have how many games he played. Oh, it says last year he played in 16.
Oh,
he was healthy the last few years. 16 games in each of the last 3 years. Over 14 games going back to 2019. Or I'm sorry, 2020 season he did not play. 2021 season and on. He's had 14 or more games.
He got hurt severely in 2019, missed like 10 games, and then all of 2020.
Yeah. But now he's been good ever since. So you know what? Never mind. Pay him all that money. I'm good with it. I changed my opinion completely. All right, we'll come back. The Cavs got bounced from the playoffs, and apparently they're okay with bringing back the guys who were largely responsible for that. You'll hear why next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
In the southeast side of Columbus, the left lane is blocked on 70 eastbound passing Alum Creek Drive. 32 miles per hour for your speeds. A little bit slower out there, but traffic really backing up now towards 70 over by State Route 317, also known as South Hamilton Road. And for our friends in our southwest corner, you're not alone. We are seeing another crash. The 2 right lanes are blocked right now on 71 southbound, just passing State Route 104, also known as Frank Road. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've ever had somebody do work at your house, it's annoying as crap, at least to me, when someone shows up to your house that you never met, you've never worked with, and you didn't hire to do the job. Subcontractors, I understand why they exist, but for me, I want to work with a company that's going to bring people who know what they're doing, who are trained by the company to put their product in. On time, on budget, no surprises at the end. That's what Baths R Us does every single time. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. And the big difference with them, they have local crews. They never sub out the work. The people who show up to your door, they're trained by Baths R Us. They're actually employees of the company, not some random crew they hired last week. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space that you're proud of, they build it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call them today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. Kind of a rare thing these days. Call them today, 380-225-BATH. That's 380-225-BATH. Baths R Us, bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Hey, Columbus, buy a new Ford at the same price of Ford employee pays. No markup, no haggling. Right now, Capital Ford of Columbus, get employee pricing on F-150s, Super Duties, Explorers, Mustangs, and more. Thousands in savings. This deal ends soon. Come to Capital Ford today, priced for you.
Common Man and Timmy. Voted America's dumbest show by Marconi voters. Common Man is a Columbus radio legend. And by legend, I mean it's a miracle he hasn't been fired yet. And Timmy is, well, Timmy will complain about anything and everything. And he kind of looks like a woman. Giggity, giggity, giggity. So there's that. Common Man and Timmy.
Sponsored by Hinderer Motor Company.
Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 on The Fan.
Guess which store is celebrating their 50th anniversary, and you'll get up to $180 off sets of Goodyear tires.
Oh, is it the one with the annoying jingle?
When sudden illness or injury strike, Ohio State offers 3 types of urgent care to meet any of your needs. From traditional urgent care to our specialized orthopedic urgent care for activity-related injuries and advanced urgent care for more serious injury and illness. Our experts treat everything from broken bones to ear infections and colds and flu. Ohio State Urgent Care. This is world-class care.
Spring is here. Now's the time to get your air conditioner ready with a $49 AC tune-up from Columbus Worthington Air. An AC tune-up can help save money on your energy bill and prevent expensive breakdowns. As your local home service experts, everything we do is backed by our exceptional service guarantee. Proudly serving Columbus homeowners for 90 years and counting. Columbus Worthington Air and Bryant Heating and Cooling. Whatever it takes. Visit cwaohio.com/radio for details, terms, and conditions. License number 47543.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Call today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you want and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, foreclosures, commercial properties. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Call today and speak with me, John Kozik, for an all-cash offer and the help you need. At 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000, TurboTrackRealty.com.
Last year, Eric Reeser and T-Bone staged the first annual Fan 5K. People had a good time and no one died. So we decided to do it all again. It all goes down Saturday, June 20th in Otterbein.
Presented by the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center.
Will Reeser's muscular calves explode? Will T-Bone's beard choke him while running? More importantly, will Tyvis, Common Man, and Timmy make total fools of themselves? Maybe. Magic 8 Ball says signs point to yes. Register today at 971therace.com. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Scattered showers and thunderstorms this morning, some with heavy downpours, so stay weather aware and travel safe across the roads. As we get into the day today, we will see on and off showers and storms, otherwise cloudy skies and highs in the upper 70s. For tonight, skies turn partly cloudy overnight with lows down into the upper 50s. More sunshine in the forecast on Thursday. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
We've been your Jackets flagship station since day one. All the goals, all the action, all the memories. Your home for the Columbus Blue Jackets, The Fan, Ohio sports destination. One of these men is bald and fat. The other is T-Bone. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Jessica is goated, Dylan. She's not. She is goated.
Yes.
I can't stop laughing at her.
Dylan's significant other, Jessica, is in our YouTube chat, and she said, ask Tyvis anything. Did you let your fill-in know? Because Tyvis is going to be out starting on Monday for Baby Tsunami. Did you let your fill-in know that he has to buy Dylan breakfast on Wednesdays? I can't afford breakfast and dinner. That's a good line there. Dylan, she's all right.
Well, I guess we need to ask him coming up at 8:30.
Yeah. Joshua Perry will join us.
Yes, that's the thing.
Coming up in a few minutes, so we'll find out about that.
You got NBC money. You'll be getting first watch.
Notre Dame Broadcast Company. That's
right. Yeah. We'll talk to Joshua Perry about some of this college football expansion. I was thinking the fan poll today, Dylan, brought to you by JT's Pizza Pub. How about, would you want to see the Big Ten and SEC break away from the rest of college football, yes or no? I think that's because, again, are we all going to watch it? Sure. Would I watch Ohio? Like I've said, I will watch Ohio State at 3 o'clock in the morning. You can put the game in Turkey. You could have them playing, as Gordon Gee once said, the Little Sisters of the Poor. I will still tune in to watch that game.
Let me ask you this.
I don't think the sport's going to be the same if we do the breakaway thing and if we have 2014 playoffs. It's changing too much.
Let's step aside from the breakaway. 2014 playoff. If the Ohio State is playing Ball State game 3 of the season and it's at 3 in the morning, will you watch it?
Yeah. Because I'm an Ohio State fan.
I don't know if
that's my team.
I don't know if I am.
That's actually a perfect time for me because that's about when I get up now anyway. So I'll just go ahead and get up and watch the game.
I am, T-Bone. I'm going to be honest with you.
No, the atmosphere would suck, and it would be a totally different thing.
It's a meaningless game.
It's not meaningless because Ohio State's on the field, and I will watch every Ohio State football game because I'm a diehard fan. But when it comes to would I get up and watch, say...
I would love to test this theory.
Tyvis, would I watch Tennessee play their version of the Ball State game? No, hell no. I'm not getting up to watch. I'm not tuning that in now when it's on at noon or 3:30. I'm saying I would watch my team. I would care about that.
I think that's when I'm going to catch the highlights on. Ball State, Ohio State, 3 a.m.
You see the opening line for that game?
42.
40, I think it was 49 and a half.
49 and a half.
Golly. Imagine going 7 touchdowns up and being like, yeah, but they didn't cover.
You know what? Give me Ball State in the points.
Oh, man.
Wow. Give me Ball State in the. We usually start off slow in the year.
Tyvis.
Ball State in the points.
Certified hater of the 2026
that's what I'm hearing.
Ohio State.
No, as a gambling man, I think that's the bet.
Oh, now he's a gambling man.
Somebody, didn't you the one that told me that's too many points?
I didn't say anything about that game. I don't have a scouting report on Ball State.
Me either.
Yeah, I don't. I can't tell you anything about Ball State. What I can tell you is that Brian Windhorst was on ESPN yesterday talking about the Cavs, and he was pointing his fingers up at the sky and making some interesting arguments about why James Harden is going to be back next year with the Cavs.
They are a second apron team. So what I believe their plan is going to be is that James Harden is going to opt out of his contract, and he's going to sign a new contract. This is not theoretical. James Harden will be back with the Cavs next year, and it will be for multiple years guaranteed. It's going to take them out of the second apron, okay? Once you're out of the second apron, half of your handcuffs come off. You can now you can do more business again. Do you want to go forward with the core in place? You say re-sign Dean Wade, re-sign Keon Ellis, say we need a full training camp with James Harden, but that's a pathway.
Correct.
And that's going to be under consideration.
All right, so James Harden likely coming back to the Cavs. Kenny Atkinson, the reports are, also going to be back with the Cavs. So now you have the guy who has a system that worked really well without James Harden. James Harden in that system, it worked well in the regular season, but once you got to the playoffs, it got exposed pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And he was not good in the playoffs, and now that's the mix that you're getting coming back, regardless of who else is back. You think that's a good starting point for this Cavs team, Thomas?
No, it doesn't sound great. I think that, so I was talking to McNuggets about this because McNuggets is like the basketball expert. Mike Lucas. There. Happy? Mike Lucas.
Yes, because you just throw out names like me and McNuggets. I was talking with Milkshake the other day.
Mike Lucas.
You work with T-Bone. You can't have all the food names for everybody.
Mike Lucas, who works at the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, producer. I was talking to him because he's the basketball expert when he comes. He's very X and O-y.
Okay.
And I was asking him the question of, like, Kenny, James, they don't fit but why would you want to do this? And his rebuttal to that was basically like, he loves Donovan to death, but Donovan is not a playmaker. James is. James gets more people involved. Donovan does not. And I was like, that's okay. You know, Donovan is more of a scorer, so he's trying to get his own shot more
James
than trying to put
37 years old. How many more years is he going to be a playmaker?
Playmaker, as far as the reason why they got James Harden is also what Dylan said, to unlock the bigs. You seen Jared Allen have the month of February, the greatest month of any basketball player in the NBA last year was Jared Allen in February. In March, they followed it up in March with Evan Mobley.
No, it's a fact. That's
a fact.
Ridiculous statement.
It's a fact.
Ridiculous.
It's a fact.
I got to look up his stats now.
It's
what, he scored 35 a game?
No,
what are we talking about?
But he was like 20-20, though, something like that. But anyways, you had Jared Allen do that, and then the very next month you followed it up with Evan Mobley having a great month as well.
Okay.
So, like, that's the reason why they want James there, is to unlock the bigs, which they say essentially wherever James goes, the bigs always play better. So they're thinking with the full offseason of James and Kenny together, they could come up to some understanding of how things are going to be. But they still got to complete pieces around them because it's not just James and two bigs. Like, that's just...
Let me tell you right now, with all due respect to McChicken or whatever his name is up there, that is 100% someone who is with the team 100% of the time and is spewing whatever the team wants to tell right out to the public.
Yes.
No filter, no nothing. Because that is some BS from the bowels of the cows of the Cavs, institution. That's it. There's nothing real about that. In the real world of basketball, there's no way that that's actually what anybody would think, other than people who have a vested interest in the Cavs who are like, oh no, the Cavs have to keep this together because otherwise it would admit failure on what this experiment was this year. And that's what they're going to have to essentially do, but they don't want to.
And you got to re-sign James, because if you don't, you're going to lose him for nothing.
Because you signed a guy who has a player option for $40+ million.
I agree.
He's not going anywhere. He's going to take that extension. No one else is giving him that contract. I'm sorry. I don't know what delusional world everybody else is living in. He's not going to do anything other than take his $40+ million player option. So they're only signing him to help their cap space. And that's not a reason. That's not a basketball move. That's a financial move. So that seems terrible. And then you're going to have to figure out the rest of the roster. But I'm just telling you right now, like this is the same kind of crap that gets sometimes from the bought and paid for jackets media around here, who would see 2 weeks of a player being good, you got to keep this guy. And it's like, do you? Or can we look at the rest of his body of work and know this dude's trash, and let's not sugarcoat it?
Tyvis brought up before anybody else after game one that if they lost the series, that most people in Cleveland would still consider it a successful season.
You were right.
That's what I think that they're on. They saw.
Of course they are.
Who just got?
Town of losers. That's loser talk from the town of Cleveland, which is full of losers. Sorry, I root for the Browns, but that is 100% loser talk from loser town Cleveland.
The Knicks
100%.
just beat them. The Knicks last year had to make a choice when they lost in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yep.
Do we try to blow it up and get better, or do we have faith in this group and run it back? I think the Cavs, whether it be the right thing to do, whether you think they're delusional or not, I think they see the Knicks and think that's us next year, where we made the playoffs for the first time in a long time. Then we made it to the second round. Then we made it to the semifinals. Now we made it to the conference finals. If we just run it back, we'll take that next step next year. That's what I think the Cavs front office believes.
Yeah. You know what I believe?
What's that?
My guys at Tri-State Men's Health, because just because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to feel like it. If your energy is low, sleep is off, weight won't budge, T-Bone, your mind feels foggy, and your sex drive isn't what it used to be, it's time to switch things up. Go see my people at Tri-State Men's Health. I urge you to go to TriStateMen'sHealth.com, take their low-T quiz, a simple 10-question quiz with yes or no answers. After that, you want to schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health. The cost of the appointment right now is $99. There's 2 locations located in Columbus. One is in Hilliard, the other one's in Westerville. Don't ignore the signs. Call today and take the first step towards feeling better again. Call them today at 800-900-9654. Visit TriStateMen'sHealth.com. Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provided prescription required. See website for details.
I just want to point out, Karl Anthony Towns last year when they did let's run it back with him.
SEC.
29, 30 years old.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm just saying, you have Jalen Brunson. How old is Jalen Brunson? Like, these are guys in their primes that they're wanting to run it back with.
You saying
Mikal Bridges?
Are you
Yeah,
saying
these are younger. Now the Cavs are like, let's run it back with James Harden, who's going to be 38 next year?
37.
Okay. Yeah, that's so much better. I'm saying, like, no, man. I'm not. I don't. Okay.
James can't blow past nobody no more, man.
I don't get to go to Cavs practice, though, so what do I know? Maybe if I got to go to Cavs practice, I'd feel differently. Joshua Perry joins us in 2 minutes. We'll talk some college football next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic
If
Center.
you're heading towards the east side from downtown, the left lane is blocked on 670 eastbound, just passing 62 west, also known as 5th Avenue. We also have some delays. The left lane is blocked on 70 eastbound, passing Allen Creek Drive, Livingston Avenue, with another crash that's in our southeast Columbus area, just south of Bexley. Also seeing some major delays. 2 right lanes, are blocked on 71 southbound. This is in our southwest Columbus area, just outside of Grove City and just passing State Route 104, also known as Frank Road. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
This is possibly the biggest Honda sale in Ohio.
Lindsay Honda's Trade-a-thon is on. Trade your car, truck, boat, or even motorcycle now. Drive a gas-sipping new 2026 Civic Hatchback Hybrid Sport Touring. A very low $279 a month. Or a new 2026 CRV Hybrid Trail Sport all-wheel drive. Just $369 a month. Do you want more for your trade? See Lindsay Honda now.
Trade-a-thon puts you in the driver's seat for less.
See lindsayhonda.com for details.
Take action with Logan Services. Get up to $900 off with Train Instant rebates and up to $2,000 system discount, plus 10-year parts and labor warranty. Hurry, this offer ends soon. Schedule your free estimate now. Logan Services.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
With Bet365 early payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Capital Ford of Columbus. Find your dream ride and get approved fast at capitalfordofcolumbus.com. The Buckeyes, the Big Ten, and the rest of college football. We tackle it all in the breakdown with Joshua Perry.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys. For all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs, contact the Roofing Guys at theroofingguys.com.
We're going to be hearing a lot of Joshua Perry on this show starting next week. Tyvis Powell is going to be taking leave of absence.
If I get approved.
We'll be with the Baby Tsunami, the new baby. Joshua Perry, NBC sports analyst, joining us now. JP, have you been acclimating yourself to the early morning rise? Are you getting up every day, getting ready for this early wake-up call?
I have. As a matter of fact, I woke up at 4 o'clock today, no alarm. So I would say things are going pretty good in that regard. When I finished up at the gym, I was actually listening, and around 6:50, Tyvis had some commentary about my weight. And Tyvis, we need to stop doing this. We've already talked about it.
What are you talking about?
Percentage-wise, well, you were talking about when I first started getting real big. I think
that was the moment I remember thinking, wow, that's quite a phrase.
Why are you acting like this? I literally was talking about the good advice you gave me, and you took all of that and just spinning it negatively.
The way you introduced it was really the problem that I had. So let me say this. Number one, Tyvis further away from his playing weight than I currently am right now.
5 pounds. Whoop-de-doo.
Percentage-wise, actually doing a lot worse.
Well, who cares about we look about the same as far as let me take that back. Let me take that back. I look good. I look good. Okay.
This is such a bizarre
When I take my shirt off, it's put together.
Okay.
Yeah. Same. I was in the pool with James at a swimming lesson, and I had my little. Like I said, I'm about 30 pounds away from having some abs. I show abs at around 255. I could push it at 260. So 255, you get me there, I'm good to go. Neither here nor there. I also heard you talking about bread, which I know that you don't get down with. You got to get the keto bread. It's 35 calories a slice. It's 4 grams of protein a slice. This would be the happy medium for you, Tyvis, is the keto bread.
Yeah.
I just
then layer that with some butter and cinnamon and sugar, and you got some cinnamon toast. That's beautiful.
My breakfast of choice now is egg whites with peppers and spinach. So
no, it's not. I watch you DoorDash Bojangles to the studio. So let's not lie to the people.
Today.
Well, I'm just saying, Dylan. Sorry, you're gonna be missing out on that on Wednesdays because I'm not picking up the tab. But you don't have to lie to the people.
Oh, Dylan's not the one who's sad. His girlfriend is the one who's sad because she's like, now I have to pay for breakfast and dinner for him. That sucks.
This is a Wednesday thing. Joshua, you know what? You could confirm this because you was with me at Exos when we trained for the draft. Did we not get a cheat day on Wednesday?
We did.
Thank you. Okay. So why is it a problem? No, it's not. Why is it a problem that on Wednesdays I decide to get breakfast mainly because of Dylan?
All right. So let's go back a sec. You don't get to gain the weight that you've gained unless your life is a cheat day.
That's not true.
You should just acknowledge that portion.
Wait a minute. Pause. Before you go on, will you admit that having kids allow you to gain weight?
100%.
Okay. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on. Next.
There's no going back for you. You're about to have a third when you're done.
All right.
You should do it with me, Josh.
No, I should not.
I have some football-related questions, one of which is this, Joshua. Would you want to see the Big Ten and the SEC break away from the rest of college football? Would you be for that or against that?
It's one of the wild questions. I would be against it. I am a traditionalist. You guys have heard me say I think the playoffs too big, right? Like you take me back to the BCS era. I think I would be fine with the way that was set up. I appreciate the conference affiliations. We've seen, and conferences have done this for a long time where there's realignment. So it's not like it's necessarily a new thing, but certainly the way that I watched it growing up is the way I like to remember it. So I wouldn't like to see this. Now, my biggest thing, and people don't talk about this because they try to act like they don't care, but I think it matters. I don't think you can execute this just from a football-only standpoint. The AD from Iowa State said, all right, well, if you want to do it, go ahead and do it. Like, quit threatening us. It might have, matter of fact, we might do it, but good luck scheduling in other sports. And I don't think the FCC cares as much about that. A lot of those schools have like the 16 minimum teams you need to have to be D1. Clearly in the Big Ten, it's a bigger deal there. And people are moving away from Olympic sports. We see that there are certain athletic departments that are cutting teams, and people act like they don't care because they want football to be good. I think that's a lie because every 4 years, people get so amped up to watch the Olympics, and they take so much pride in the medal count for the United States in the Olympics. And the thing that I don't think we realize is a lot of these athletes, their only legitimate training ground is at universities. Like wrestlers go to Penn State. Professional wrestlers, Olympic wrestlers will go there to train, right? Like track athletes go out to Eugene and they train at Oregon. And so if we get rid of this whole thing and we try to break off and we want to put so much money in college football, I think it would be hard from a TV standpoint. But I also think that there would be some unintended consequences where there'd be a lot of sad Americans watching the Olympics every 4 years because we basically killed the training ground for all those athletes. So I'm out of it completely, but I don't get to make the decision here.
So would you be more in favor for the 2014 playoffs or the Big Ten and SEC split?
Man. Yeah, I mean, it's like, would you like to take this hit of crack or would you like some heroin? Like, I don't. I don't, as a matter of fact. If we can keep the landscape similar to what it is, I would take the 2014 playoff. I'm not exactly sure that's what's going to happen. Like, I think part of the 2014 playoff is
they're trying to incentivize some of these teams that maybe wouldn't invest in their football program to invest more. And I know, like, the Big Ten has used Iowa as a great example. I don't think Iowa's the type of team that's going to be like, oh, we should put more in, because they're going to get in doing the same thing that they've done. But if you're Maryland, right, like you're sitting there, we're in the DMV, we got a lot of great players around here. If we invested more in our program, more in NIL, maybe we could be a playoff team. And I think that's what they want. But once again, the resources are finite. Like, sure, you could squeeze a little bit more out of television, but at some point you've got to take that money from somewhere else. So I think it's going around and around on this hamster wheel. But 24 teams seems like it's going to keep most of this thing happy. The SEC's got a little bit of problem with it, but they're fractured down there too. Some of the coaches love it because they don't want to lose their jobs. Other coaches are, basically like, you got to be good to get in, which I'm fine with. So I don't know the greatest answer, but I would like to see this thing stay together. So the 24 seems like the right answer there.
Joshua Perry joining us in the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. The last thing I have for you is, it's kind of a two-parter. One, do you think it is inevitable that we will expand the college football playoffs beyond 12? I think that one seems fairly obvious. But two, if so, when do you think those will get on board? When those conferences will get on board? Because it's sounding like right now, probably not going to happen this year, maybe not even next year. But when do you think we will actually see expansion, if that is indeed coming?
So I do think it's happening. And Tony Petitti brought this up, and I think it's it's part of the negotiating in public there. But I do think it's true where 16 probably doesn't squeeze out a ton more revenue for a lot of people, because you lose conference championship games, which is one of the big things that the networks are paying for. And then you only get a couple more games of inventory. So I think it probably feels like 24 might be the place that people land. I would like to stay at 12 for as long as possible, just because I feel like there have been so many changes. But the most interesting thing to me is the Southeastern Conference and this idea of them having an extra conference game. A lot of these records that we've been seeing from these teams, like half of the teams in that conference will have one more loss than they typically have had in the past. Like, that might be the thing that tips us over to 24 is the records just don't look as good. And if it's tied to a committee, what we've seen is they just like to group undefeated teams at the top, and then one-loss teams right after that, two-loss teams right after that. They don't want to make hard decisions. So if the SEC has more teams that have more losses, they might start looking at this 24-team deal and say, okay, this makes a lot more sense now.
JP, Monday, it's you and me and Dylan.
Oh, let's go.
Bright and early, 6 a.m.
You're not going to get Dylan breakfast on Wednesday.
You are, this is one of the reasons I love you, Tyvis. You are one of the nicest, most giving people that I have ever met. I am not the same. I have a strict budget that I like to stick to, and that does not involve DoorDashing for breakfast.
There you go. That's good. I guess I got to pick up the tab then. All right, Joshua, we'll talk on Monday. We'll see you then.
All right.
There you go. JP on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. We'll hit the buzzer next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Still not liking the traffic that's forming in southwest Columbus. Still watching this crash southbound of 71 passing State Route 104, Frank Road. The two right lanes are currently restricted out there just in case you're heading towards that area. We also have a lot of ponding going on. Speaking of Frank Road out there, so we do have that portion closed in both directions from Frank Road East to Stringtown Road. Folks, take it nice and easy, go slow, and take your time on this wet and rainy Wednesday morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
This is Gordon Miller from Miller Lending, the original home of the no-cost mortgage. Back in 1989, when I first went on the radio to introduce this whole no closing cost concept, where you could actually close on your mortgage without the lender taking $15,000, I had no idea if I had created the next pet rock fad of the day or something that would define my career over the course of the next 37 years. But once mortgage rates fell from 9 down to 6, our business exploded and I never looked back. You see, a no-cost loan is the only consumer-friendly mortgage where the homeowner actually holds all the cards. Short funds to close, eliminate thousands of dollars in closing costs. Rates are now down almost 2% from the peak, but you're holding off due to the cost of a refi? Not anymore. So let's start you down that path of eliminating closing costs once and for all and keep that money where it belongs, with you. 877-9-NO-COST. That's 877-9-NO-COST. Or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender, NMLS number 2502146.
Hey, it's Common Man. Everybody's talking about affordability these days, but the good news is you'll find hundreds of vehicles that fit your budget at GoGermain.com. Drive home in a new sedan starting at just $139 a month. New SUVs from only $189 a month, or a truck for as low as $329. Plus, choose from over 1,700 new and pre-owned vehicles, all priced under $30K, and it's only at GoGermain.com. And with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Go see my friends today. GoGermain.com.
Whether you're repping the orange and brown or shouting "Hoo Day," the ultimate football pilgrimage is closer than you think. Ditch the living room, get the family on the road, and make the short drive to greatness and visit the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. From the backyard to the gridiron, it's the one place where every fan comes together to create new family memories. Make it a weekend to remember and see why Ohio truly is the heart of football. Visit ProFootballHof.com and plan your visit today.
It's Cinco de Monzo at Hothead Burritos, and the Hothead Scratch and Win is back. Every single card's a winner with tons of free stuff, including free burritos for a year and even a grand prize Caribbean trip. Get scratching at Hothead Burritos.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Feeling stressed or overwhelmed? Not sure how to get the mental health help you need? We've got your back. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442. We'll help you figure out what mental health benefits may be in your health plan. No more confusion, just the support you deserve. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
May the savings be with you at Great Lakes Hyundai. Right now, lease a new 26 Elantra SE for $59 per month for 2 years. Just $59 a month for the May Mega Sale. This month only. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with owner insurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Dublin or Columbus or glexhyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.95 down plus tax, title, first month payment, 7,500 miles per year, and 6-1.
Your plate is full every morning, thanks to the $6 Tim's Trio from Tim Hortons. Freshly brewed coffee, a hearty breakfast sandwich with a freshly cracked egg, and a daily baked donut. All of that for just $6. Yeah, that is a full plate for sure, but it's one less thing on your plate to worry about. So enjoy it to its fullest. The $6 Tim's Trio, only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons, at participating U.S. restaurants.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, ooh, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan.
The Fan Poll is sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub, home of award-winning pizza and $2 tall boys. All day, every day.
Sometimes when Tyvis wears khaki pants, I can see the outline of his genitals. There's no joke there. It's just an observation.
God, the more I resist, the more intriguing they become. I can't look away.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Joining the program, a man that knows all about the technique on how to have a baby boy. Our favorite uncle, Bo Bishop. Bo, I was about to give
I never know where it's going.
I was about to give a crash course earlier today, but I said it's not safe for the air. So I gave it to Dylan and T-Bone off the air. The crash course on how to make a boy.
He was right. It is not safe for the air.
No.
Apparently not.
No, it is not safe. I didn't tell my wife that I followed my processes. But she seems happy with all of the boys, so
See, I was worked out. I didn't know there worked out. See, again, I've never subscribed that there is such a thing as a technique, but then I have 3 girls, so what would I know?
There's a technique. There's a technique. You'd like it, Brother Bone. You'd like it.
Hey, Bo, you guys having 3 boys, how did you realize? Because aren't they into lacrosse? Isn't that their choice of sport? How did they land on lacrosse?
So they play all 3. They play football in the fall, and then they play basketball in the winter, and then they play lacrosse in the spring. Lacrosse was one of those things. So our town's really good at it, and I was unaware of it. I grew up in Montana. We didn't even have it. So I played baseball, and they played both. I'm like, well, let's give this a shot. This looks kind of cool, like constant motion. They dress like little gladiators. They get to hit people. That seems like a win. So let's give it a try. And at the time, the first one, NBC was the kind of the test pilot for it. So when he did it, he played on the worst Little League baseball team I have ever seen contemplate the sport. I mean, the average score was 22-2, like just bomb.
Did you
time.
coach it?
No, I did not. I did not. I should have. It was coach pitch, and the coach couldn't throw strikes. So when your coach he just was a non-athlete. God bless him, doctor, good dude, but just couldn't throw strikes. And so it was just awful. And so that was going on one field, and on the other field was lacrosse, and we're good at that. And so he was winning at lacrosse versus losing at baseball, standing in baseball, constant movement in lacrosse. That's how it all worked out. I do find, though, that mine are now 14, 12, and 10. There's two things that I think are really big factors to what kids like if they're athletically inclined or if they want to be involved in sports. Number one, do you do it? Right? So, like, do you enjoy it as a father? Do you do it? Like, if you'll do it, then they want to just do what you do, especially when they're little. They idolize you, and so they just want to do what you do. And so if you do those things, then they'll want to do it. That's why they all golf. Even though I'm terrible at it, they all golf because it's fun for the four of us to go do. And then the other thing, and this kind of goes against what a lot of people think about youth sports. You got to win a little. You do have to win. You got to win. People say, like, oh, at this, it's this age, it doesn't matter if you win or lose. There's not a whole lot of fun in getting your butt kicked every time out. Like, you got to win a little bit. I'm not saying you got to hang banners and be an idiot and fight referees like you sports clowns gone nuts, but you do have to have a little bit of success. Otherwise, no kid just wants to lose over and over and over again.
Oh, no.
So I do think it's
That's
really important
right.
as a coach to make sure that you get your team in the right bracket of play or the right league for their talent. So that they can have some success.
I even go as far, Bo, and maybe this is too far the other way, but like we were playing a team once where like our coaches, it was soccer, and it was like it's U10 soccer. The kids are still learning how to like pass the ball up the field. This was not elite level soccer. This is rec league stuff. And like the other team's coach just was sending their players to stand right in front of the goalie, like when they're trying to do a goal kick, and this poor little kid is kicking the ball like 10 yards up the field. They jump it immediately. They fly down and score on this goalie. They made the score like 10-0. And I'm just thinking, like, good for you. Like, congratulations on your team winning, but like, you're not making this competitive for anyone. And it wasn't like it was even the other team was that much better. The coach just had a little cheat code that he had taught his kids. So we're not
teaching the game.
You're right. We're not teaching the game. No one's having the kids scoring. They're having fun, but like, you won that moment, but you didn't win the bigger picture.
No, and furthermore, probably the biggest thing that I see that really annoys me is when I call it, me and my buddies call it, you're looking to hang an NIT banner. Yeah. So you'll see a team, and we see this in hoops all the time. You'll see a team that plays. So our league in hoops, there's an A division, a B division, and I think C. So luckily enough, my kids have been A kids to this point. And so you see all the other A teams in your area. You see them all the time. You play in the league. You see them all over the course of the year, sometimes multiple times in tournaments. So at the end of the basketball season, like in February, it's like tournament season, right? So they have like these towns have these tournaments and brackets and their fundraisers for the athletic departments, whatever. But it lasts like 3 weeks. So I'll pull up like a bracket in like Sports Engine. I'll pull up a bracket and I'll see a team that is in our A division in our league in a B division for a tournament. Oh. And I'm like, oh, you're trying to hang an NIT banner. Like that's what they're going for, an NIT banner, because they're
why do that though? Like that's
because they want to win. They feel that they can. I don't mind it if you're like at the bottom of A and your kids have gotten their brains beat in all season long. Like go maybe compete.
Maybe it was the wrong division.
Maybe you're in the wrong division. Go try and compete there and try to give your kids a little bit of success. But the thing that really pisses me off is if you're like a top half A team and you're in a B bracket. What are you going to do with an NIT banner?
Bad.
Like, what are we doing?
Bad look.
What are you going to? You're a grown man, woman running this thing. Like, come on.
Doesn't make sense.
But
that's the thing that annoys me the most.
Where do you fall on the argument that me and T-Bone have had as far as the Big Ten and SEC splitting off? Would you rather that or would you the 2014 playoff?
I thought you guys had a really spirited debate on this about an hour ago. Really enjoyed it. I hate the 2014. I hate it.
Yeah.
I just
right.
can't stand it. Doug LeMaurice tried putting my brain in a pretzel on it a couple weeks ago, and then we had Scott Docterman on yesterday, and he was making the case for it from the perspective of Iowa. My response to that is I don't care about Iowa. I don't.
Well, yeah, we're moving Ohio State and Michigan.
Like, I don't care about Iowa. I don't care about Minnesota. I don't care about.
We're taking the importance off of Ohio State, Michigan, and all these other Bama, Auburn, and putting it on games that like are more like Minnesota and Iowa. And I just
and that matters to those people. You know that.
But it already does matter to them.
They play for a bronze pig.
Yeah,
like it's an
right.
exciting.
Yes.
For God's sakes, like
But
it matters.
Like we're taking the emphasis off the Ohio State Michigan game being like 1 versus 2, or having those possibly be for Big Ten championships, and now we're like, no, that doesn't matter. Let's make this 5th or 6th place game matter more. And I don't.
I think the most interesting thing that came out of the last couple of weeks from the Big Ten in Southern California and then the SEC in Destin this week was the comments from Sankey Monday, where he said that the 16 team wasn't his idea, it was Petitti's, which led me to believe, like, is Petitti playing like 4D chess? Like, is 24 just nonsense so that he can get 16?
That's why you never see him, is because he's making brackets left and right. He's just setting brackets out to everyone.
I don't understand. Like, well, hold on a second. So the Big Ten really wants 16? Is that what they?
Yeah, I don't
16
get it.
I could live with, but I have no interest in 24.
Oh, no.
I'd rather have super conferences than 24.
It has Overton windowed all of us into 16 would be fine.
That's it.
Whereas
so that's what I'm thinking. He's maybe done.
We never would have done that if when we were at 4, going to 16 would seem absurd. Now it seems like the reasonable settlement. So that's
just because we want some sort of normalcy in all of it. Yeah.
All right.
Crazy.
So I assume, do we have anything else we should know before we let you go?
Well, I think this Sorsby thing is so damn fascinating. So I'm going to tackle this right off the top with a little bit of context on this will be the tease. I had a 3-month policy in dating that was the best policy in my social life that has something to do with Brendan Sorsby.
Okay.
I'll tie it all together in about 6 minutes.
There you go. Coming up, top of the hour. Bishop and Friends, 9 to noon.
See you, boys.
Right here on The Fan. Thanks, Bo.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
Okay, I don't understand this, but I'm just going to leave it here. Victor Wembanyama, very good player. Don't look at what he did last night. Wasn't great, but still an amazing future for him. A great player, all that. The Athletic is reporting that Tuesday, a 2023-2024 Panini Prism 1-of-1 black parallel rookie card for Wemby sold for $5.1 million.
Yeah.
It is a gem mint PSA 10 grade. Sale was brokered by Fanatics Collect. I would never
understand the card thing.
I feel like you could hire an NBA player to come play you for a year in your backyard for less than $5.1 million. Why wouldn't you rather have that than a card of Victor Wembanyama just sitting there?
I'm going to buy me a pack of cards.
I guess so. We all should. All right, that's it for us. Bishop and Friends coming up next. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
In southeast Columbus, the left lane is blocked on 70 eastbound passing Alum Creek Drive out there, but the main concern is going to be 70 westbound in that exact same area. No incidents, but traffic really building by that 70 and 33 intersection. The backups now extending towards 70 and South Hamilton Road, State Route 317. If you can, especially if you're heading to downtown from the east side, take this workaround. It will save you some time. Getting off 70 westbound, taking South Hamilton Road northbound, then Livingston Avenue towards 70. Once again, heading westbound. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.